This is Talk Radio, WZZN. It's time for Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio, WZZN. Play ball! Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio, WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Owens Home Appliance, Bill Penny Toyota, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Now, let's head to the ballpark with the voice of the Trash Pandas, Josh Carey.
And a good Thursday evening, everyone. Josh Carey with you from Covenant Health Park in Knoxville, Tennessee, where tonight it is the third game of 6 between the Trash Pandas and the Knoxville Smokies. Back in Mission Command running the boards is Daniel Williams, and this is the pregame show. The Trash Pandas come in after having split the first 2 games of this series after losing yesterday by the final score of 7-1. It was a close ball game until the 6th inning, and that's when the Smokies began to blow things open. They were able to score 5 runs off of Rocket City's bullpen, and they wound up winning going away by 6. They upped their record to 59-51 on the year, 21-20 in the second half. Rocket City, meanwhile, fell to 57-52 overall, 22-19 for half number 2. And with that, the Trash Pandas' lead in the Northern Division over Knoxville is down to 1 game. Let's go ahead and take you through what happened last night. It was actually Rocket City who would score first. In the second inning, Tucker Flint would lead things off with a single. That was against starting pitcher Connor Schultz after Flint stole second base and Caleb Bartolero lined out to center. Stepping in was Jacob Cozart. He would line a single into center field, scoring Flint from second, and that would make it a 1-0 ball game for Cozart, his 49th RBI of the year. But that was as good as it got for Rocket City. Offensively, they did pound out 7 hits, but they also left 8 men on base. They would leave 2 on board in the third inning, a couple of singles with 2 out, put 2 men on with 2 men out for Tucker Flint. He would pop to short to end that threat. And then in the 5th inning, Rocket City got 2 men on with only 1 out, but Monroe would fly out to right and Flint would fly out to left to end that inning as well. Connor Schultz with a nice ball game. 5 innings, 5 hits, a run. It was earned, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. He got the win for the Smokies to move to 4-4. Meanwhile, for Knoxville at the plate, they would come back and tie the game in the bottom of the second inning. 2 outs, no one on base against Lucas Knowles. Lucas would walk Dom Krupinski. That came with 2 strikes. He was that close, was Knowles, away from pitching a 1-2-3 inning. He would walk Krupinski, and then Krupinski would move to second on a single by Ariel Armas, and then Drew Bowser would take one to the opposite field into right for another single. Scoring from second was Krupinski, and that would make it a 1-1 ball game as Knowles allowed 3 straight men to reach base. Things would stay that way until the 4th inning when the Smokies would take the lead for good thanks to some shoddy Rocket City defense. Carter Trice would lead off with a single, move to second on a fielding error on a single to center by Anthony Skull. And then after Dom Krupinski rolled out to the catcher Juan Flores at home plate, the throw from first baseman Caleb Bartolero over to third got by third baseman Jake Monroe for an E3 throwing error on Bartolero. He was trying to get Krupinski, who was taking off for third. The ball got away and allowed Krupinski to score 2 errors in the inning for Rocket City, and they trailed it at that time 2-1. Things would stay that way until the 6th inning when the Smokies would begin to break things open against Lucas Malstead. There was a leadoff double by Miguel Usaishi after Andy Garriola flew out to left field to move Usaishi to third. It was Carter Trice who would roll into a 4-2 fielder's choice to retire Usaishi at home. So runner at first, 2 away. It looked like Malstead would get out of the 6th inning, but he would surrender a double to Krupinski and then an RBI single to Ariel Armas, and that would make it a 3-1 ball game. Smokies busted the contest open with 4 in the 7th, as with 2 outs and a runner at first base, Kane Kepley would single. He would then steal second base while Carson Seamus went around to third. After that, Alex Ramirez would rip a 2-run double down the left field line, scoring both Seamus and Kepley. That would make it a 5-1 ball game. After that double, it was Usaishi who came through with an RBI double, scoring Ramirez from second. That made it 6-1. And then Andy Garriola wrapped up the scoring with an RBI single of his own. Usaishi came in from second base, and that would make the final 7-1. For Rocket City, 1 run, 7 hits, 3 errors. They left 8. Knoxville, 7 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. They left 10. Connor Schultz Schultz, like I said, with the win, he moves to 4-4. Lucas Knowles suffers the loss. He falls to 1-1, but he pitched well. Lucas, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, only one of which was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 4. Malstead gave up 3 earned runs for Rocket City in an inning in the third on 5 hits. Carlos Espinoza cindered 2 earned runs on 3 hits and only 2/3 of an inning last night for the Trash Pandas, as again Rocket City loses by the final of 7-1. So there's a look at what happened last night here at Covenant Health Park. We'll take a break on the pregame show, and when we come back, we will have part 3 of my podcast interview with Trash Pandas reliever Chris Cortez. That's all coming up right after this as you listen to Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Welcome back to the pregame show as we continue to get ready for first pitch. Rocket City taking on Knoxville this evening. Josh Carey with you. In this week's episode of the Josh Carey Show podcast, I talked to Trash Pandas reliever Chris Cortez, who's in his first season with Rocket City after being drafted by the Angels in the second round of the 2025 MLB draft. In this section of my interview, Chris discusses his development and how he tries to overcome his control issues.
Well, I was going to talk about this a little later, but we'll go ahead and get into it now. There's no question you have stuff. I mean, and I think you know that, and I think everyone knows that. It's now about developing the command and being able to get it over on a consistent basis. Yeah. How hard is that struggle? How hard it? I mean, I think we all take it for granted these guys can get it over the plate, but there are just some days where you can't do it.
Yeah, that's definitely the struggle and just the consistency that I'm looking for, because I've had outings where I'm in the zone and it's easy work, and then there's outings where I'm struggling and I put myself in situations and guys aren't really doing damage off me, but I put myself in situations by the walks and then they end up scoring. But I know with the work that I put in and the process that I'm in that we're going to slowly eliminate the bad outings to where it's okay, it's not 3 runs, it's 1 run, and then now it's not 1 run, it's now I'm on a roll. But I'm still working for that consistency, and I know that I put in the work every day, and I have good routines, and the results may not show, and that's a tough part about this game, that the results may not show even though you're putting in the work and you have what I believe is really good talent, but that doesn't change how I go about my daily process, and I think I'm very good at that, and I know if I just keep my head down and eventually things will turn around and I'll be where I want to be.
Well, you were talking about the mental game a little earlier, how you gotta have a real short memory. Was that always the case for you, or would you have a bad outing and let it stick with you for 7 to 10 days, whatever it may be?
When I was in college, I had my first college loss against Houston on a Tuesday, and I remember it, and I took it really hard. And I took a lot of my losses really hard in college, and then my junior year, I just didn't care, good or bad. I was on to the next one. and I've taken that into pro ball. Like, I've had bad outings, and then the next outing is good. That's what I was saying. Each outing has its own identity. I don't take the previous one into the next one. If there's things to take from it and learn from it, then I do that. But I'm not. I was talking to some other guys earlier this week. If you have a bad outing, bad day at the plate, and you take it hard on yourself that day, the next day, the following day, in 15 days, are you going to think about that outing? Like, you're not even going to remember what happened that day. So, like, give yourself grace and not, put so much pressure on yourself that day or the previous or the next day, when in 15, 30 days, you're not even going to remember what happened on that day. So I kind of think that way. Like, whatever happens, sleep on it, move on. Next day, sun comes up, be thankful that you have breath in your lungs and you get another opportunity.
What's so, I think, great for you, especially as you go through this evolution and this process, you've been able to pitch with one of the better bullpens I've seen in my years here at Rocket City and maybe throughout minor league baseball. What's it been like just watching some of the other guys like Kenyon Yovan and Luke Murphy and Blake Wyman and all these other guys who are having great years, Camden Manassi, Leonard Garcia, Carlos Espinoza, all these guys who are having tremendous years, and watching them go about their process? How much has that influenced you?
No, it's been a big deal for me to just, especially like Murphy, Kenyon, like the process that they go through. And I know that they've gone through struggles. Like Murphy was sent to Arizona last year to work on stuff. Like, these are things that, like, people don't really know. And you see him now, he's in the big leagues. Like, everyone's gone through struggles, and now they're starting to really blossom. And now you this is the time you need to watch them. Like, what's their process? What do they do? What is their routine in the bullpen? And that's what when Murphy was getting ready, like, he did the same thing every single day. Kenyon does the same thing Manassi. They all do the same thing, and that's what makes them good and what's making them consistent. And those are I'm picking little pieces from them to, kind of add into my thing. But they're big pieces. This bullpen's, I've been a part of good pitching staffs, and this is one of the better pitching staffs I've ever been a part of.
Again, that's Trash Pandas relief pitcher Chris Cortez on the Josh Carey Show podcast. You can hear the interview in its entirety wherever you get your podcasts. And that'll do it for the pregame show. We'll take one more break, and when we come back, we'll have starting lineups and first pitch of tonight's game between Rocket City and Knoxville. That's all coming up right after this as you listen to Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Now, Jimmy, you better not be eating that baseball again.
Dad, I yearn for the sweet taste of the sport. This is the best that I got.
Well, then, put down that ball and let's head over to the yard for something a little less rubber-y.
Don't eat your glove this season. Take advantage of our Big Zone deals and head on over to the Yard Milkshake Barn right outside of Toyota Field, where you'll find sweet treats like the Biscoff Cheesecake, Sweet Heat Mango, Shirley Temple Floats, and so many more. It's the Yard Milkshake Barn. Make this summer a home run hit.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all, with features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
For the
That was Amber Shelton with our national anthem, and with that, we are ready to go. Rocket City and Knoxville, game 3 of 6 tonight from Covenant Health Park. Josh Carey with you, and joined at my hip is Chris Harris. Back in Mission Command running the boards is Daniel Williams, as the Smokies are already on the field. Let's give you the starting lineup for the Trash Pandas, who come in at 57-52 on the year, 22-19 for the second half. And actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and give our stations a chance to identify themselves. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio, WZZN.
And now the starting lineup for the Trash Pandas, who are 57-52 on the season, 22-19 for the second half. Nick Rodriguez is going to lead it off and play second base. Hitting second at third is Jake Monroe. He's 1 of 6 for the series. Tucker Flint will bat third and patrol center field. Caleb Bartolero will bat cleanup. He's tonight's first baseman. Jacob Cozart's had a good series. He's behind the dish and hitting fifth. He's 3 of 8 thus far through the first 2 games. Randy DeJesus will bat 6 and play right. Cole Fontanelle in the 7th position. He's tonight's designated hitter. Jake Thompson will hit 8th and play left. The last 3 men are all making their series debut. Meanwhile, in the 9 spot will be the shortstop, Mac McCroskey. The defense for the Smokies, left to right, Trice, Kepley, and Ramirez. Third to first, Krupinski, Seamus, Madera, and Armas. Behind the plate, Usaishi. And on the hill is Brody McCullough, who's been pretty darn tough this season. 1-2, a 2.89 ERA. Only his 5th appearance as a Smoky, however. He did pitch against Rocket City on July 23rd and pitched very well. 4 2/3 hitless innings, did allow a run. It was earned. He walked 3 and struck out 3 more. Got a no decision in a 5-4 Rocket City win. Your umpires for tonight's game, behind the plate calling the balls and strikes is Tyler Hovick. He's also the crew chief. At first is Ian Durkin, and your third base umpire is William Paschal. Rocket City gray tops, gray bottoms, says Rocket City in black capital lettering across the front with red trim. Small red numeral on the left hip with black trim. Large red numeral on the back of the jersey with black trim. And the all-black cap with sprocket shooting through the trash can in the middle. As McCullough appears in, he's into his wind, and the first pitch of the ball game is a fastball fouled straight back. It's 0-1, and first pitch is at 7:02 local time, 6:02 back in the Tennessee Valley. Hope everyone's Thursday evening is off to a good start. Rodriguez, 262, 3 home runs, 51 driven in. By the way, it is 82 degrees at first pitch as the pitch is bounced deep short, ranging, circling, off-balance throw just in time to get Rodriguez for out number 1. Good play by Seamus. That one was slowly hit to the left of second, having to range to his right was Seamus. He had to circle the ball on the backhand and then make an off-balance throw to first to get Rodriguez by a half step. 6-3 on the putout and 1 away in the first inning for Jake Monroe. 321, 3 homers, and 25 driven in. As for Knoxville, they're in their Knox Vegas uniforms. This is a Thursday night thing they do every Thursday at home. Right on right, as the fastball is a strike. 0-1. So it's black tops, black bottoms. I believe it says Knoxville across the front. In
Knox Vegas.
It doesn't say Knox Vegas. In yellow across the front in cursive lettering with red trim, yellow line underneath that with red trim. Small yellow numeral on the left hip with red trim as the pitch also misses low, a cutter, and it will go to 2-0. They have a red numeral on the pack with yellow trim and then an all-black cap with a yellow emblem in the middle. It's kind of a wild-looking jersey. Here's the next offering. Swung on, pop foul, back behind everyone. It'll land on the roof of Covenant Health Park and run to 2 balls and a strike.
Kind of reminds you of the Bananas arch nemesis. One of theirs, the Firefighters. If you follow Banana Ball.
I don't. And no good self-respecting baseball man would. But you do you, Chris. You do you.
It's, I don't know, what it reminds me of.
Here's Monroe. Suddenly it says 1-2 on the scoreboard. Fastball high. It says 1-2 on the computer, so I assume it is 1-2. Pitch misses high. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jake Monroe. Still overcast, guys. We did have a pretty steady thunderstorm for about 10 minutes at about 5 o'clock this afternoon. 2-2. Here it is. Fastball fouled straight back. Good swing that time by Monroe. Going to remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It remains overcast, but we should be good, not just for the rest of the evening, but for the entire weekend as well. Chris is showing me off the, what is it, the Fireflies? Firefighters uniforms from Banana Ball. Pitch called strike 3. There's a slider that just nicked the lower outside corner. Monroe caught looking That'll be strikeout number 1 for McCullough, out number 2 in the first inning for Tucker Flint. 238, 10 home runs, 61 RBI. I'm so glad, Chris, that you are that into banana ball. How many opponents do they have?
I think it's up to 8. They actually sold out Neyland Stadium.
Do they ever
over the summer?
Like the Harlem Globetrotters, do they always win or do they lose sometimes?
Well, they lose.
Right on left, here is Flint. First pitch. Fastball, fouled straight back 0-1. I tried to watch that one time. The first 20 minutes, it's fine, and then after that, it just gets old. I mean, they try too hard sometimes to entertain people to the point that it just gets annoying, but that's just me. 0-1 on Tucker. The windup, and the pitch is a fastball by McCullough. Called a strike, it's 0-2, and a chance for Brody McCullough to wrap up a 1-2-3. First inning, he last pitched last Thursday at Chattanooga. 5 innings, 3 runs on 3 hits. All were earned. He struck out 2, walked 2 in a 7-3 victory. Right on left matchup, open stands for Flint. Looking by McCullough, here's the 0-2. Fastball cut through and missed. He blew it right past him at 95. And a very impressive first inning for Brody McCullough. He retires the side in order, striking out 2 of the 3 men he faces. 1-2-3 go the Trash Pandas. At the end of half an inning, it is Rocket City nothing and Knoxville coming to bat. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the first inning, 1-2-3 went the Trash Pandas in the top half, and now the Smokies come to the plate with a record of 59-51 overall. They are 21-20 for half number 2. Kane Kepley will lead things off and play center field. He's hitting .235 with a homer and 4 driven in, followed by Alex Ramirez. He'll bat second and play right. Miguel Useshi will bat third. He will do the catching. First pitch by Nate Snead is a fastball that misses low. It's 1-0. Andy Garriola in the cleanup spot. He'll be tonight's designated hitter. Dom Krupinski, who's got a couple of hits in the series, will bat fifth and play third. Carter Trice hits sixth as the pitch is bounced up the middle to his left. The shortstop, McCroskey, fields to the right of second, fires on to first in time, and Kepley is out 6-3. 1 away in the first inning for Alex Ramirez. 268, 13 homers, and 69 driven in. Trice will bat sixth and play left. Ariel Armas will hit seventh and play first. Alex Madera in the 8th position at second base. And hitting ninth is Carson Simas. He is at short. Right on right against Ramirez. He's having a good week. 3 of 9 thus far with 2 RBI. First pitch. And Snead delivers a fastball for a strike. 0-1. Nate going to try to bounce back after, I won't say it was a bad showing because it really wasn't. It just wasn't very efficient when he pitched against Birmingham last week. Pitch down and away. Did he swing? No, he did not, says Ian Durkin over at first base. Holding up Ramirez, it's 1-1. He went only 4 innings. He surrendered 6 hits, but only 2 runs, one of which was earned. He struck out 4, did walk 2, got a no decision. As the pitch is skied into center, this will be an easy play for Flint. Sauntering over to his left, and Tucker makes the catch for out number 2 as Ramirez flies out to center field. And 2 gone for Miguel Useshi, 308 with 4 home runs and 8 driven in. Anyway, he struck out 4, walked 2, got a no decision. Rocket City wound up winning the game 6-3. Snead faced Knoxville at Toyota Field back on July 25th. It was actually one of his best outings as a Trash Panda. Right on right as the first pitch will miss inside a slider. 1-0. He went 5 shutout frames in that game, gave up 6 hits and struck out 4, walked none in a 5-0 victory. Here's the 1-0. And the pitch just misses low, a slider. 2 balls and no strikes. And, of course, former University of Tennessee baseballer back in Knoxville for the first time since leaving Big Orange. You can see a lot of Tennessee folks popping up around the stadium as the pitch is laced foul down the left field line as having to do a little, what do they call that, Chris, where they bring up the bar at the hula dances and they got to kind of saunter under the bar with
the limbo?
The limbo, yeah. He had the limbo out of the way of that one. I knew there was a word.
There's a song about it, too.
It's 2-1.
I'm not going to sing it, though.
Pitch is swung, foul straight back 2-2. Well, what's the name of the song?
Do the limbo.
Oh, it's very creative.
2-2
on Usagi as Snead will look to end the inning.
He's pitching in Knoxville for the first time since the regional.
Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3. Fastball on the outside corner, caught looking Usagi. Strikeout number 1 for Snead. Very nice start to his homecoming as he strikes out one of the 3 men he faces in a 1-2-3 first inning. At the end of 1, no score. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the Northrop Grumman second inning, no score. Rocket City and Knoxville do it for the Trash Pandas. Middle part of the order, Bartolero, Cozart, and DeJesus against Brody McCullough, who looked good in the first inning, retiring the side in order, striking out 2 of the 3 men that he faced. So here is Bartolero to lead things off, 246, 5 home runs, and 29 RBI. Win not a factor here on this early Thursday evening. Right on right as Bartolero ready to go, and the first pitch is swung and fouled straight back. It is 0-1. As we enter play today, Angels will take on the Rangers tonight. Final game of a 4-game series. Halos won yesterday 5-2. They've gone up 3-1 in that series. Braves, meanwhile, are off. Here's the right on right, the 0-1. High and tight that time, a fastball. And it's going to even up at a ball and a strike. Meanwhile, here on the AA level, Chattanooga takes on Montgomery. That gets underway in about 20 minutes from the capital city. Next pitch, fastball cut through and missed, and it goes to 1-2 on Bartolero. Meanwhile, Columbus is at Birmingham. That game will get started in 45 minutes. 1-2 on the right-handed hitter. They play him straight away both in the infield and the outfield, and the next offering is swung, sliced foul off to the right. Way out in front of the cutter that time was Bartolero. He chased it off the plate down and away. It's 1-2. McCullough, 4-pitch pitcher, fastball, changeup, slider, and curve. He joined the Smokies after a rehab assignment at A-ball. 1-2. Fastball cut through and missed. Went high and away on Bartolero, and McCullough is off to a really good start. He has struck out 3 men in a row, 3 of the 4 men he's faced, and 1 away in the Northrop Grumman second for Jacob Cozart, 246, 11 homers, 49 driven in.
One thing we've seen from him, and it's kind of the key yesterday and then the day before with Cabrera, is elevating that fastball early, getting some chases from this Rocket City offense.
Here's Cozart, who takes the first pitch, a changeup down and in. It's 1-0. McCullough did not pitch in 2025 due to injury. He appeared in 2 games with Myrtle Beach earlier this year before getting called up to Knoxville. Pitches swung and hit foul. Straight back. Going to even out a ball and a strike. He's 26 years old, so they're trying to move him a little faster. For a 26-year-old at Double-A, the ceiling is not that high, so I kind of want to see if he can make it happen. 1-2. Curveball, tip foul at home plate. Fooled on the pitch was Cozart, and he just nicked it to stay alive. It's going to remain at a ball and 2 strikes. Pitched at Wingate. That's the former stomping grounds of one Mitch Ferris over in North Carolina. That's a Division II school. Was named the Regional Pitcher of the Year in 2022 while at Wingate. Next offering, that one's in the dirt. Missed with a slider that time. 2 balls and 2 strikes. In fact, Wingate, they won the 2021 National Championship. He was part of that team as well. Cozart out of NC State. He'll stand back in. Here's the wind and the 2-2. Fastball high and away. Going to run to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now, before being injured last year, McCullough, he had actually pitched at Double-A before. That was back in 2024. He split time between High A South Bend and what was then the Tennessee Smokies as the pitch cut on and missed. Beautiful slider, low and away, and coming up empty was Cozart. 4 straight strikeouts for McCullough. 2 up, 2 gone in the Northrop Grumman second for Randy DeJesus making his series debut. 143, no home runs or RBI. That season, he held opponents to a 1.84 ERA in 3 starts with South Bend and Tennessee. Struck out 15 and 14 and 2/3. Frankly, I don't remember him from that season. He may have missed Rocket City altogether. First pitch to DeJesus is a fastball high. 1 ball and no strikes.
Only player in our lineup that has a hit against him is Jake Thompson. He had 2.
And that had to have been 2 weeks ago.
Including a double.
Here's a 1-0. Swung on, lifted into center field. Should be playable for Kepley. He'll range over and give way now to the right fielder. That's Ramirez. He makes the easy catch, moving to his right. DeJesus flies out to right. And 1-2-3 again go the Trash Pandas this time in the Northrop Grumman second inning. Bottom half on its way, still no score. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the Northrop Grumman second inning, no score, Rocket City and Knoxville. Fans, the mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. Two up for the Smokies. Middle part of the order, Garriola, Krupinski, and Trice against Nate Snead, and the fastball is swung and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Snead retired them 1-2-3 in the first inning, striking out one. And for the former Tennessee Volunteer, his homecoming is off to a nice start. The 0-1 pitch swung and looped foul off to the right. Caught it right off the end of the bat to Garriola on the slider. It will quickly go to no balls and 2 strikes. Snead, 5-pitch pitcher, fastball, curve, slider, change, and cutter. His fastball is his best pitch. The 0-2. And he got him with a fastball. Strike 3 right down the middle. Don't know what Garriola was looking for. But the 262 hitter with 20 homers and 70 RBI is rung up. Back-to-back Ks by Snead, and one gone in the Northrop Grumman second for Dom Krupinski, the third baseman, at 276 with 2 homers and 2 RBI.
It's been nice to see both these pitchers just coming out there going after hitters. They're not trying to nibble. Just coming right after guys.
First pitch, rolled that short just to the left of the bag is McCroskey. Long throw to first is in time. And that'll be out. Did he hang on to the ball? Yeah, he did. Throws in time. Bartolero was trying to take the ball out of his glove and go around the horn, and he dropped it. For a moment, the crowd thought he had dropped the throw, but because it's on the exchange, the out is already recorded. 6-3 on that one as McCroskey fielded that to the back of second, made a bit of a flat-footed throw, but still got it over there in plenty of time.
That's what to say in the last inning about Snead, Josh. His last appearance in a game in Knoxville was June 1st. 2025 over at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. That was in the Knoxville Regional that year, and it was against Wake Forest.
First pitch is a slider outside. It's 1-0 on Trice, 245, 13 homers, and 50 RBI. Next pitch misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Speaking of Lindsey Nelson Stadium, I want to make sure I go by there before we leave town. They've done some wonderful renovations over there. It's the 2-0. Fastball down and away, 3 balls and no strikes. Now, let's see, 2 years ago, would Manasseh have still been there, Wake Forest?
I would think so.
Yeah. Here's the 3-0 pitch. He missed high, ball 4. 4-pitch walk by Snead, and that's kind of the funny thing about not just Nate, but a lot of young pitchers. They'll be cruising right along, then suddenly they run into a hitter and they walk him on 4 straight. Trice will trot to first, walk number 1 by Snead, and 1 on with 2 out for Ariel Armas.
Lindsey Nelson is approximately 2.4 miles from where we are now. I had a chance to play there in high school and in college, and let's just say it was not as pristine as it is now.
Right on right, first pitch by Snead as a fastball right through there. 0-1. Actually, I wasn't over there ever, but I've been told by others that it was a pretty rough place to go play college baseball. It's kind of amazing that they were able to procure the talent they were able to during the 90s. Next pitch slapped into right field. Another base hit. At second is Trice. He'll put the brakes on there. Ball booted by DeJesus. Now he picks it back up. Runner going for third. Throw there is reeled in by Monroe. And in safely on a feet-first slide is Trice. DeJesus came over to field it. He kicked the ball. Trice was going to stop at second. Then when he saw the ball get booted, he took off for third. DeJesus tried to make up with it with a good throw in, but it was wide of the bag.
That could have been very bad had Jake Monroe not made a very athletic play over there at third. Now credit Nate Snead. He was backing up that play, but still, you never know. But with 2 outs, this is kind of what they did last night. With 2 outs, they rallied.
And they've been aggressive right on left against Madera, who takes a fastball for a strike. 0-1. Alex Madera, 232 with 11 RBI.
It's a shame, too, because last night 3 errors in the ball game, and it's not been a typical thing this Pandas team has done is commit errors.
The 0-1 swung, rolled off the mound, fielding, up with it. Rodriguez throw was in time, and the inning is over. That one was hit to the right of the mound. Snead tried to field it. I think he deflected the ball, but fortunately not enough to prevent the play from being made. Rodriguez had to reroute himself, charge in from second base, and then make an off-balance throw to first to get the speedy Madera, and the out will go 1-4-3 to end the inning. No runs on 1 hit. There was an error and 2 men left on base. End of the Northrop Grumman second, no score. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hass, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the third inning, still no score. Rocket City and Knoxville do up for the Trash Pandas. Bottom third of the order, Fontenelle, Thompson, and McCroskey against Brody McCullough. And the first offering is down and in, a curveball, 1-0. So far, McCullough has been scintillating. He has retired all 6 men he has faced, 4 by way of strikeout. Fontenelle with his first game of the series, and fastballs fouled straight back. Going to go to 1-1. Cole, 183 with 3 home runs and 25 driven in. Fans, Defense Pest Solutions is a proud sponsor of Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. On a service you can trust to protect what matters most. That's Defense Pest Solutions. 1-1 the count. Next pitch, McCullough. Fastball swung and lofted foul off to the left. That'll land in the seats. In one of the suites down that left side, it goes to 1-2. Just like Toyota Field, they have suites that encircle the upper deck here at Covenant Health Park. Most of them are down here to our left. We're up the first base line ever so slightly. As Fontenelle digs back in, the 1-2 swung on and popped up into center field. Shallow coming in is Kepley. Looks up into the sky, puts the glove up there, and makes the squeeze as Fontenelle flies out to center. And one away in the third inning for Jake Thompson, the aforementioned Jake Thompson, who actually has 2 hits against McCullough, both coming in a game a couple of weeks ago at Toyota Field.
It's a shame, too. Jake had a great week last week. This is his first start in the series. 5 for 15 last week. He had a double, 4 RBIs, walked, stole a base, but it's kind of tough to get in the lineup and get everyday playing time right now.
Right on left, first pitch is away. That's actually, it should have been a strike. It caught the outside corner, but was called off the plate by Tyler Hovick. It's 1-0. Thompson, 274, 2 homers, and 20 driven in. The 1-0, there's a curveball for a strike, 1-1. And if you're Jake, and Jake's a smart guy, he understands the situation. He's not a prospect. He's a farmhand, and the prospects right now are going to get the playing time. All you can do is stay sharp and be ready to go when your number is called. Fastball swung and hit foul at home plate. Goes to 1-2. What I will say for him, though, he's done so well in the Rocket City uniform. I got to think he's at least made a claim to be a part of the Angels organization next year, or if not with the Angels, someone else at one of their minor league affiliates. He's put together a very fine season after starting 2026 in independent ball. The look in, McCullough, 1-2, swung, fouled straight back again by Thompson. Going to stay at a ball and 2 strikes.
It's a guy like Jake you can sort of envision when hopefully we get to the postseason that comes up with a big hit. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a guy like Jake Thompson that can, come through for you in situations.
1-2 is swung on and sliced out into left field, charging toward the line and making a running catch is Trice, the left fielder, as Thompson goes to the opposite field, but to no avail. Fly out to left, 2 up, 2 gone in the third inning for Matt McCroskey. 218, 3 home runs and 18 driven in. And how many times have we seen runners on base, scoring situation, Jake comes to the plate and you just kind of breathe a sigh of relief because you know a veteran hitter like him is probably going to get the job done. Those are the types of people you want as you get to September. Right on right as the fastball misses high, 1-0. We didn't always have that last season.
It's amazing that, some of the big stars in championship games in the minor leagues are often guys that you never hear from much again.
1-0 swung and fouled straight back, a slider. It's going to go to a ball and a strike. Well, the prospects are all young guys, right? Mm-hmm. And some of them, like a Juan Flores, for example, get a little overwhelmed in that moment. the veterans are the ones who, frankly, are on the downside of their careers and maybe are just looking for one little last slice of glory. That's why a lot of times they step up in those situations. 1-1, swung and missed by McCroskey. A fastball goes to 1-2.
I'll go back to when the Mississippi Braves won in 2021. The heroes was C.J. Alexander and Trey Harris.
Who?
Alan Ranhel started the game.
Yeah, I remember
And
him.
Nolan Kingham was the dominant closer.
1-2 is swung and drilled into center field. Going back on it, Kepley at the track, at the wall. He reaches up and makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. Matt McCroskey gave it a ride to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark in a stadium that just does not allow home runs. He almost got it over the center field wall, but Kepley got back to the warning track and reeled it in. 1-2-3 go the Trash Pandas on 3 flyouts in the third inning. Bottom half on its way, no score. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the third inning, no score. Rocket City and Knoxville, 2 up for the Smokies, 9-1-2 hitters, Seamus, Kepley, and Ramirez. Carson Seamus, 230 with 4 home runs and 29 driven in. He takes a first pitch strike, a fastball. It's 0-1. Snead has allowed a hit and a walk through 2 innings. He's also struck out 2. The 0-1 is a fastball down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Seamus 1 of 7 for the series, as playing up at third is Monroe. Next pitch by Snead is another slider missing off the plate, down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Go back to that 2022 Trash Pandas team. I mean, there's some name brand names on that team, but
next offering, cut on and missed. 2-2 as he got the fastball past him.
Who are some of those guys that are maybe out of baseball now that were such a key part of that team?
Oh, it was the vast majority. Here's what's funny. First, the 2-2 pitch. And that one is swung, popped up right side, drifting into foul ground. Bartolero, does he have room? I can't tell because he ran out of view going down that right side. They're going around the horn, so I'm going to assume that he caught it. Foul out to first by Seamus, and 1 away in the third inning for Kane Kepley, who rolled to short to lead off the first inning. When Neto, Ohapi, and Ben Joyce all came on board, it was in August. Rocket City had already won the first half division title. They were well on their way to winning the second half division title. Fastball, a strike, it's 0-1. So when those guys joined, it just made a really good team even better. But the guys who kind of buoyed in the first half, well, it was Preston Palmero.
Yep.
Ryan Aguilar, right on left. Fastball down and in. It will go to a ball and a strike. Kevin Maitan was at third base.
Yep.
We had Levon Soto, who went on to the majors, but didn't hang around very long. Very good player, by the way. Pitches swung and fouled straight back. 1-2. In fact, should have been the league MVP that year, but politics. Who was our outfielder? Well, Bryce Teodosio was in center. He's still playing. Trying to think. Left field. Here's the 1-2. Pitch is swung, bounced to first, waiting back on it is Bartolero. He'll feed the pitcher covering in time. 3-1 on the putout as Snead got over there to cover. Good hustle by Kepley. 2 up, 2 gone in the third inning for Alex Ramirez. Jeremiah Jackson was at short. He was actually bumped to left field when Neto came on board. Aguilar was in right. I'm trying to think.
Was Orlando Martinez on that team?
He was on that team. Yeah, he may have been out and left. Point is, most of the guys either got a cup of coffee or they never reached the majors. Still very good ball players, and that's why I tell people, when you see a double or triple A game, you're watching good baseball. Fastball outside, 1-0. It also tells you just how good the major leaguers are. Mm-hmm. You got to be a different beast to get there and stick. Yeah. Here's the 1-0. Fastball down and away. Going to even, or pardon me, it will go to 2 balls and no strikes on Ramirez. And that's why when their careers stall out at double or triple A, there's nothing to be ashamed of. You get to that level, it means you're pretty darn good. Pitch is swung, rolled left side and through for a base hit. Through the 5-6 hole. Neither Monroe or McCroskey could chase it down. A 2-out single by Alex Ramirez and 1 on with 2 out for Miguel Useshi, who struck out looking his first time. Fans, MLB Plus is new for 2026. Stream MLB Network 24/7 and select out-of-market games every week, plus live radio broadcasts of every game, Game Day 3D, big inning, and minor league action as well. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today. Right on right, first pitch is high and in. That'll be a slider by Snead. 1-0 on the right-handed hitter. You can make a claim here. Outside of Double-A, what would be the higher levels of baseball? Well, obviously the majors, Triple-A. Runner goes from first. Pitch is swung, hit foul straight back to the screen. It'll go to 1-1, Japan. And then outside of that, outside of those three, I'd say Double-A is kind of, that's where it is.
This is the finishing school. That's one thing that when people ask about Double-A baseball, nobody skips Double-A.
Mm-hmm.
You think of every great prospect that's ever come through an affiliate or an organization, they've never skipped Double-A.
The 1-1, there's a strike, a fastball, 1-2. How many times have we seen a Trash Panda go straight from Rocket City straight to the majors?
Ryan Johnson was one of 21 in Major League history that went straight from the draft to the big leagues.
Snead will try to end the inning. 1-2, outside, snap throw to first, not in time, as diving back in ahead of the throw by Cozart is Ramirez.
And just go back and think of the guys we've seen come through this league, and your Camaneros, your De Jesus, your just name the player.
Right-handed hitter waits.
Pico Armstrong.
Runner goes 1-2, is swung and tipped foul back to the screen. Going to stay at a ball and 2 strikes. And what makes those guys so unique, the Pico Armstrongs, the Camaneros, etc., they get to Double-A. They don't always dominate. I mean, they go through their ups and downs, especially early on, but you can tell that they play at a different level, and that just shows you the separation between a quality minor leaguer and a future star. From the belt, throw over to first and back in with a head-first dive is Ramirez, who does have 35 stolen bases in 41 attempts on the season.
What's crazy sometimes is to see some of those guys actually struggle, because they do. Trying to find themselves at this level.
Snead, sidestep delivery, fastball down and away, runner goes, throw to second, that one in time. Jacob Cozart right on the money. He threw a dart over there, it caught Nick Rodriguez chest high. He slapped the tag down on Ramirez. That's only the 7th time he's been caught stealing this season in 42 chances. The caught stealing goes 2-4, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. End of 3, no score. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hass, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike three, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the fourth inning. No score. Rocket City and Knoxville. On with the play-by-play is Chris Harris.
Thanks, Josh. And it's been all pitching so far. Let's see if Rocket City can get the offense going. They have been retired 9 up and 9 down over the first 3 innings. There's a first pitch in there for a strike from McCullough to Nick Rodriguez. It'll be Rodriguez followed by Monroe and Flint. Nick swings and taps one foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Grounded out to short his first time up. Pretty solid crowd on this Thursday night. I mentioned earlier we had a rainstorm that came through about 4:30. Canceled both teams' batting practices on the field as Nick fouls the next pitch straight back. Nick had a base hit last night, snapped out of an 0 for 9. Also has walked a couple of times in the series and stolen a base. Average of 262, but he's driven in 51 runs this year. And primarily hitting in that leadoff spot. Pitch is low. It's 1-2 on McCullough. He has struck out 4. He's yet to walk a batter. 9 up and 9 down. They've held this Rocket City offense in check the last couple of nights. Held last night to just a run on 7 hits as Nick swings and misses on a fastball at the top of the zone at 94. And down on strikes goes Rodriguez for out number 1 and strikeout number 5 for McCullough. And I'll bring in Jake Monroe, who continues this on base streak, which is up to 26 games. That matches the largest and longest on base streak in the Southern League this year. Only 2 others in the league have had a 26-game on base streak. One, Blake Burke, the other, Anthony DePino from Birmingham. Of course, Burke just recently promoted to AAA Nashville. 1 ball, 1 strike on Monroe. 1 for 6 in the series, an RBI, a walk, a stolen base. He's been hit by a pitch twice. Ground ball back up the middle. That's a base hit. Make it a 27-game on base streak for Jake Monroe. And now that's the longest by a player in the Southern League this season. He just keeps on hitting and hitting, does Jake Monroe. And he's on at first base with the Trash Pandas' first hit of the ball game. It comes here in the top of the 4th inning. Wasn't necessarily hit hard. I take that back. It was 106 off the bat. Grass really deadened that as it was kind of hit towards the cut of the grass. Took a little velocity off of it coming out of the batter's box, but he'll take it. First base is Monroe, and the first pitch is strike 2, Tucker Flint. See if that gets the offense going. Now this second time through the lineup facing off against McCullough. Out of the stretch for the first time, he kicks in the 0-1. Pisses in the dirt low, kicks away from the catcher Sedche, and up to second base will go Monroe. On a wild pitch, so the potential first run of our ball game is in scoring position. We've had a couple of crazy games to start this series. Rocket City won at 6-1 on Tuesday. They were absolutely stymied over the first 5 innings by Cubs right-hander Edward Cabrera, who was making his 3rd and now final rehab appearance. Off-speed pitch misses high. That was a curveball to Flint. Then in the 6th inning, they brought in another rehabber, Daniel Palencia, who ended up walking 4 and hitting a batter. Rocket City would score 4 runs. 2-1 pitch, lofted in the air out towards deep left field. This is trouble. Backing up is a left fielder and making the catch just shy of the warning track is Trice. Heading to third base and getting there standing is Monroe. And so the throw back in, not in time as Jake with a good base running play there. He didn't take off because he knew if that ball got down, he was going to be able to score anyway. And so Monroe is now on the doorstep at third base. And here comes Caleb Bartolero with a great RBI opportunity with that runner at third base. But there is 2 outs. Ball just doesn't carry in this ballpark. And sent Trice back to the warning track. Ground ball left side, base hit Bartolero. First pitch, a hanging slider, and he makes him pay. And a single to left scores Jake Monroe, and it's 1-0 Trash Pandas. Another big hit for Bartolero. Speaking of streaks, he's on a 13-game on-base streak now, and those 2 guys continue to cook at the top of this lineup. So Rocket City gets their first hit. Now their first RBI and run scored. So Bartolero picks up his 30th RBI. As the first on the way to Cozart. Ground ball down the third base line. It's fair. Throw to first base, not nearly in time by Krupinski. And over to third base goes Bartolero. He just kept running around second base. Playing deep at third was Krupinski. And that works kind of like a bunt down that third base line. He had to come in a long, long way. That was almost like a slash bunt the way he swung at it. If I'm Krupinski, I'll let that ball roll. I don't know if it was going to go foul or not because it was about 3/4 of the way down the line, but at least give it a chance because there's no way you're going to get Cozart. So a cheap hit, but certainly Cozart will take it. Runners at the corners now. Broken bat first swing for DeJesus. Grounds it to third. Krupinski will take care of that one, though, as he throws out DeJesus for out number 3. But Rocket City's on the board. They get a run on 3 hits. They'll leave 2 runners on base. But as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, Rocket City on the board as they lead Knoxville here 1-0. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Rocket City takes a 1-0 lead as we make our way to the bottom half of the 4th inning. As Knoxville will send to the plate their 3-4-5 hitters facing off against Nate Sneed. As Nate delivers and a first pitch fastball is in there for a called strike 1. Former Tennessee Volunteer. As always, there's some orange around this ballpark. A 1 pitch on the way from Nate. Off-speed pitch is absolutely obliterated down that left field line, but it's going to hook and go foul. That one actually hit into that second floor. condominium out past the property in left field. 0-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive is fair this time and into left field for a base hit. So Seche, who struck out in his first at-bat, has a single here in his second at-bat. And a leadoff hit brings in Andy Garriola. 45 pitches so far for Nate Snead. Around the Southern League tonight, down the road in Birmingham, they're just getting started against the Columbus Clingstones. In fact, they'll start in about 10 minutes. Underway in Biloxi. No score, Pensacola and the Shuckers. Biloxi has fallen on some hard times here recently. They've lost 7 in a row. That team will be coming to Toyota Field next week for 6 games. 1-0 pitch. Fastball high, 2 balls and no strikes on Andy Garriola. Biloxi has lost 7 in a row. They've lost 8 of their last 10. They fall into 4 games back. Of course, they won the first half. Here's a liner out towards left field, but coming on and making the running catch is Jake Thompson, as that was lined off the bat of Garriola. But Thompson able to come in and make that catch for out number 1. So 1 on, 1 out for Dom Krupinski. The leader in the South Division right now is Pensacola. They're 24-16 in the second half. They have a 2.5-game lead over Montgomery, who's 22-19. Columbus is 3 games back at 21-19. And then Biloxi's at 20-24 games back. First pitch, a strike to Krupinski. In the North, of course, Rocket City on top at 22-19. A game better than these Knoxville Smokies, who are 21-20. Ground ball pulled down the first base line, fielded by Bartolero. Steps on the bag for 1, throw to second, not nearly in time. And so Seche will go to second base, as Krupinski is out at first, 3 unassisted. And now 2 outs, a runner at second base for Carter Trice, who walked his first time up. 3.5 games up on Birmingham. They're 18-22 in the Chattanooga. Hard to believe Chattanooga, the Lookouts, started out the year 20-6. Ended up falling in the last few days in the first half, but here to start the second half, they are 14-27. We'll see them the final 6 games of the year in Chattanooga in September. First pitch fouled off by Carter Trice, 0-1. Trice 1 for 8 in the series. He has a walk and a strikeout. 245 batter with 13 home runs and 50 driven in. Fastball misses low that time from Nate Snead. 1 ball, 1 strike. Snead, one of the top young prospects in this Angels organization. One of the 7 top 30 prospects on this Rocket City club. This one flying out towards right field. Moving back is De Jesus. Back he goes, and just shy of the warning track. He'll make the catch for the 3rd out. So Trice flies out to deep right, and that leadoff single is left stranded on base. So 4 scoreless now for Nate Snead as we move to the 5th inning. 1-0 Rocket City on top. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, the Trash Pandas have a 1-0 lead as we make our way to the top of the 5th inning. And due up for Rocket City will be the 7-8-9 batters. It'll be Fontanelle, Thompson, and McCroskey. As Nate Snead has dealt 4 scoreless innings. Finally got to Brody McCullough in that 4th inning. Sent 6 to the plate, scored 1. Got 3 hits, and the run scored on an RBI base hit from Caleb Bartolero. It scored Jake Monroe. First pitch, a fastball low from McCullough to Cole Fontanelle. The switch hitter bats from the left side. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, fouled straight back. Came with a fastball that just missed out the outer edge at 93. But all zeros on the Southern League scoreboard right now. They're just underway in Montgomery and in Biloxi. Start at the top of the hour in Birmingham. As the pitch misses outside, it's 2 balls and a strike on Fontanelle. Full fly to center his first time up. First action in this series last week at home. He had some big moments. He was 3 for 15 as he's a little bit tardy as he was swinging over a slider that time, and it's 2-2. 3 for 15, but he had 2 doubles. A home run. He drove in 6, including last Thursday night, having a 4 RBI game a week ago tonight, which included a big double, big home run. Fastball there, a swing and a miss. Got it by him at 95 miles an hour, and down on strikes goes Fontanelle. Strikeout number 6 for McCullough. And that'll bring in Jake Thompson, who flies to left his first time up. Well, one of the key guys in this Rocket City lineup. Sorry. Hey, you play injured, man.
Nashville heard that one.
Yeah, sorry. 1 ball, no strikes on Thompson. As Arjun Namala, who was injured last Wednesday, sliding headfirst into home plate, had that laceration on his left pinky. He's eyeing Saturday for his return. Good to have him back in the lineup. 1 ball, 1 strike on Thompson. Fastball there, a swing and a miss. 1-2.
Just be good for his development. Let's face it, that's one of the attractions fans want to see right now. It'd be great to see him back in there.
You and I both have had a nice time talking with him and getting to know him and what he brings to the table. 1-2 pitch is popped up down the third base left field line, racing out Krupinski, but he won't get there. Tons of foul territory. It's about more than any of the new ballparks that have been built. And they do it because they play soccer here. Mm-hmm. That's why the shoulders, the elbows are so on this field down the third base, first base line. So much foul territory. 1-2 the count on Thompson.
What do you think if Huntsville United came over and played at our place?
They have a perfectly good field of their own.
I think Charlie needs more of a challenge.
Excuse me. 1-2. The pitch is high. I think doing the SEC softball is enough of a challenge for the one Charlie Weaver.
Child's play.
Now, I do think there's going to be football eventually back at Toyota Field. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blows a fastball by him at 93.
Well, wait. Football as in soccer football?
American football.
Oh.
Now, I don't know necessarily you can get another FBS type of a game at Toyota Field, but FCS game for sure.
Actually, that was an FCS game. I think Jacksonville State was still at FCS at the time. But you're right, they could.
Fastball that time just misses outside to Mac McCroskey. I think a high school jamboree.
Be fun. Something to test out. Yeah.
That will be during the season, though. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed, and off-speed delivery. It's even now, a ball and a strike.
If they can do it while we're out of town, set up the field, do it, see how it goes, and hopefully give Charlie enough time to get things back in order by the time we get back.
Mack fly to center, deep center his first time up as he takes a strike that time. It's 1-2. 2 of his 3 home runs have come here in Knoxville.
He almost got another one his last time up.
1-2. Swinging the ball fouled straight back. Well, some genius back in the 1960s came up with the idea that cities could save money by building these multi-purpose stadiums that you could play football and baseball on. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase one down and out of the strike zone. And that's the 3rd consecutive. He strikes out the side and now has 8 for the ball game as the Pandas 7, 8, 9 hitters go down in order. On to the bottom of the 5th. Still 1-0 Rocket City. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about
HD 97.7.2 WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
I was talking to Chris. I mean, we could have done it when we came back, but we appreciate it, Daniel. Daniel?
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Ariel Armas leading off for Knoxville as we begin this bottom of the 5th, and Nate Sneed starts him out with a ball. The next day, swing and a miss on a good slider. And they count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Rocket City leading it 1-0 here in Game 3 of this 6-game set that stretches through Sunday. Final regular season meeting between these two clubs. Fastball up, a swing and a miss that time. And it's 1-2. Sneed has put together a solid start. So far, he's allowed no runs on 3 hits. Struck out 2, walked 1, misses up that time, and it's 2-2. Mentioned he's back in his old stomping grounds. Said he had some old friends from his days here in Knoxville coming to watch him play. There's a fastball and a called 3rd strike. Make it to his 3rd strikeout of the ball game as Armas goes down. And the number 7 hitter for the Smokies, and now I'm going to bring in Alex Madera with 1 away. But he was looking forward to seeing a lot of people. A lot of folks were excited about coming to watch him pitch again, as he put together a really, really solid career. Started out at Wichita State, and I'm sure you listened to Josh's podcast and listened to us talked about his decision and how excited he was to join the Vols. Pitch is a strike there on 1-0. Now 1 ball, 1 strike on Madera, who grounded out his first time up.
Sort of overlooked coming out of high school, too. He just wanted to be recruited by one SEC school, and not only was he recruited, he wound up playing for a national champion.
And was a big part of that national championship, too. 2 seasons at UT for him. He was 14-4, 3.67 earned run average. Incredible numbers. Pitch grounded back up the middle, back into play. Nick goes back behind him towards first and in time. and on target, too, to get Madera. A very high range of difficulty play that time for him to be moving up the middle, then throw back over his body, across his body, and put it right on the money to Bartolero. That's a nice play.
He's so adept with the bat, we forget just how good he is defensively. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's a Gold Glover today, but he's decent. He's solid over there at second base, and quite candidly, that I don't see him playing too many other positions than that if he gets to the major league level. So he's really got to be sure he hones his skills over there.
1-0 pitch on the way to Carson Seamus, who takes a strike over the outside corner. That was a slider from Sneed.
And that's not a knock, by the way. It's just that's what he's built to do, is play second.
Nate works quickly, as always. The 1-1 pitch lined out towards center field. That'll drop out there in front of Tucker Flint for a base hit. That stops a streak of 5 in a row sat down by Nate. And Carson Seamus has his second hit of the series, and we're back to the top of the lineup. And Kane Kepley, who has grounded out so far today. He's now 1 for 10 in the series, is Kepley, and it's talked about in this first 2 days. Got to keep him off the bases. He can really, really run. You got Seamus on at first. He can run, too. He's got 39 bags on the year, and there he takes off. No, he bluffed going. Firing down to first base. Cozart and Bartolero and Seamus were jockeying over there at first base, and he just got back into the bag safely.
Well, it was a ball in the dirt, and the momentum from Bartolero caused him to nearly run over Seamus. Had he pushed him off the bag, there's no way they would have called him out, because you can't do that. You can't push someone off the bag, and looks like Doug Henry's going to come out here for a visit, but fortunately, Bartolero did the right thing when he came back over. He kind of gave Seamus a pat on the backside as if to say, hey, I didn't mean to bowl you over, and cooler heads prevailed. But Doug going to talk things over here with Sneed. It was interesting to hear you talk about the multi-use facilities that were so prevalent in the 70s and 80s. I always liked it because that was when I was first falling in love with sports in Fulton County Stadium and the Falcons and the Braves.
Sure.
I always loved this time of year where they would start playing preseason games on the field, and baseball would come back the following week, and you'd see the chalk lines all drawn out. It was interesting. I forget who the player was that said it. It was a football player. But early in the season, whenever they would start playing regular season games,
Sneed back to work. First pitch on the way is a strike called, or the next pitch on the way is strike called. Now 1-1 on Kepley.
If they ever wanted to improvise like an offensive play, the quarterback would just tell his receivers, hey, just run to where second base is and then just cut over, and I'll find you right there. Sometimes they would use the baseball diamond to help them.
Oh, we got him picked off. Throw to first base. Bartolero tosses towards second. McCroskey running him back, and now they put the tag on Seamus as Bartolero gets the feedback from McCroskey. And Nate Sneed with a good pickup. But that might have been one of the things that Doug Henry went out there to talk to him about. They were seeing something maybe with him at first base. But the pickoff goes 1-3-6-3 on the putout. On we go to the top of the sixth inning. Still 1-0. Rocket City clinging to the lead. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Now, Jimmy, you better not be eating that baseball again.
Dad, I yearn for the sweet taste of the sport. This is the best that I got.
Well, then, put down that ball and let's head over to the yard for something a little less rubber-y.
Don't eat your glove this season. Take advantage of our Big Zone deals and head on over to the Yard Milkshake Barn right outside of Toyota Field, where you'll find sweet treats like the Biscoff Cheesecake, Sweet Heat Mango, Shirley Temple Floats, and so many more. It's the Yard Milkshake Barn. Make this summer a home run hit.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best, and this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance, Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you. This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, we go to the top of the 6th inning, and the Knoxville Smokies have made a pitching change as Brody McCullough will exit after 5 innings, 1 run allowed on 3 hits. Didn't walk a batter, struck out 68 pitches, 49 were for strikes. As leading off is Nick Rodriguez against the Major League rehabber, his second appearance in this series. It's Daniel Palencia, and his first one didn't go so hot. He pitched in the game on Tuesday. I'm going 2/3 of an inning, allowed 4 runs, no hits, walked 3, hit a batter, and struck out 1 as he delivers a fastball for a strike. Now, he has a plus fastball that can touch up to 101 miles an hour. That last one at 98 as he works ahead now 0-2 on Nick Rodriguez. Always fun to see these MLB rehab guys. We've seen a few in this series. Cabrera, Shelby Miller yesterday, Palencia now for the second time. Here's an 0-2 pitch on the way to Nick. Fastball chopped up the middle. Ranging over by second base Madera. And he'll collect it and throw out Nick for out number 1. So 4-3 on the putout. Top of the order, it's Rodriguez, Monroe, and Flint. Wrapping up that topic of the multi-purpose stadiums. I guess the last one that was still in existence was the Coliseum in Oakland.
Yeah. Raiders and A's.
Here's Jake Monroe. First pitch. Oof, look out.
Although I'll give you maybe a bit of an asterisk. How about the Blue Jays and the Argonauts?
Yeah.
CFL action.
I remember going to see the St. Louis Cardinals when I was a youngster.
St. Louis Cardinals baseball or football?
Football.
Wow.
Fastball misses high. 2 balls and no strikes on Jake Monroe. The old AstroTurf. They came out with this thing called AstroTurf. Said it was going to prevent injuries and all this kind of great stuff. And turned into guys hydroplaning anytime it rained. There's a swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. That was a good slider.
In one case, over in Philadelphia, wound up killing a bunch of Philadelphia Phillies. The AstroTurf from there caused cancer. Wound up meeting the demise of several former Phillies players before their time.
2-1 pitch. Swinging a little fouled straight back. Of course, AstroTurf came from the Houston Astrodome, where it was first installed.
Yeah, well, it works when it's indoors. When you have
True.
to deal with the elements, it's a little different.
And it becomes a heat magnet and melts your shoes. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a hard hit ground ball left side. Shortstop's backhand, Seamus, and fires across to get Monroe for out number 2. Monroe now has the longest on-base streak in the Southern League this season with 27 consecutive games. He's reached base safely. That was with that single and scored a run in the 4th. That's the difference in this ball game, with it being 1-0.
There is a right-hander throwing at the Rocket City pin, so I got to think Snead is done for the night.
For McCullough, by the way, he threw 68 pitches, 49 strikes. As the first on the way is smacked down the left field line by Tucker Flint. That's back to the track. It's at the wall. If it stays fair, it is foul. It slices, goes foul down that left field line, and it's 0-1 on Flint.
We had a chance to meet Tucker's father today. He's in town for his final week of summer. He starts his soccer preseason on Monday at Johnson & Wales. Good dude. Asked us if we made it back just fine on Tuesday with the rainstorm.
Well, that's debatable.
If only you hadn't made us leave early.
I had nothing to do with that. Now I sound terrible, like a frog sometimes. 0-1 pitch, ground ball down the first base line, 1 hopper, and an easy play for their first baseman, Armas. He'll step on the bag for the 3rd out. So a much better performance for the big league rehabber Daniel Palencia, who was one of the top relievers in the National League before he got hurt. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, still 1-0. The Trash Pandas are leading it here in Knoxville. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, both teams going to go to their bullpens here in the 6th inning, as right-hander Camden Manassi will take over for Rocket City. And yesterday the bullpen had a very, very rare, tough outing. Hopefully that will not happen for a second consecutive day, as Manassi fires a first pitch fastball high to King Kepley. Faces the top of the lineup, as it'll be Kepley followed by Ramirez and Useche. After Nate Snead goes the first 5 innings, he allowed 1 run for Snead. He went 5 scoreless innings, allowed 4 hits, walked 1, and struck out 3. Just reading the wrong line there. So a really nice outing for Nate Snead. 5 scoreless, and he leaves with a 1-0 advantage. Let's see if this bullpen can hold it for him, as Manassi delivers a ball high. It's 2-1 now on Kepley. Kick and the pitch. And an off-speed pitch is again high. Falls behind, 3 balls and a strike. For Camden, this is his 28th appearance on the season. He's 3-2. He has 1 save, a 2.18 earned run average. 3-1 pitch. Fastball is smashed out towards center field, but plenty of room, and actually coming in a few steps is Tugger Flynn. He'll make the catch, and that's the first out. So 1 away now for Alex Ramirez. He was 1 for 2 so far today. This has been a pitcher's dominated ball game to this point. 1 run on 3 hits for Rocket City. No runs on 4 hits so far for Knoxville. Now, the 6th inning has been a vital inning for both teams. Both teams have busted out in the 6th or the 7th inning. And really on Tuesday and Wednesday's case in both innings. See if we can get through the 6th unscathed here. The 0-1 pitch swung on at a laser beam into left field. A base hit by Alex Ramirez. This kid just keeps on smashing the baseball against us. That's now 5 hits in the series in 3 games for Ramirez. He's now 5 for 11, his second hit of this ball game. And a 1-out single puts him on at first base. That was a cutter that didn't cut. That was 107 off the bat, too. And now a runner on for Miguel Useche, who is 1 for 2 so far today.
There's always one guy during the course of a week who just gets hot, and that's any team, anywhere. Right now, that's the kryptonite for Rocket City, Alex Ramirez.
You got the heart of this lineup now. You got to be careful. As the first pitch, a cutter high, and it's 1-0. It was the cutter that gave him some trouble back at the end of July. He had a A couple of outings where he gave up runs, but he's been good lately. Here's a ground ball towards third. Could be two. Monroe second for one. A little bit of a tough throw, but the throw to first. No, wow, I thought he got him at first on the relay by Nick. Rodriguez at second, but our first base umpire, Ian Durkin, said he did not hold the bag, but it was kind of a low and offline throw from Monroe. But Nick Rodriguez did a great job to field it number one, take the throw, and then try and turn two. See the replay here.
I'm still not sure. Well, first off, it should have been a double play. That said, I'm not quite sure they got him at second, so maybe it evens out.
That's the thing that I thought. I thought he pulled him off the bag. There's a swing and a
that's catcher's
miss, and he literally knocked the glove off of Cozart. Now, some of these catcher's interferences, you might debate. That one, there's no doubt about it.
Well, except here comes Joe Krusel.
Now, sometimes you can say a batter maybe intentionally did that, depending on the swing. And now Dylan Colwell, the Trash Pandas athletic trainer, going to come out and check on Cozart here. And Joe Krusel. Oh, man.
Well, that's the double play attempt.
Looked like he made contact with the mitt.
First off,
that swing.
For what it's worth, he was. Well, they're showing you the double play attempt on that one. First off, I thought he was safe at second, out at first, and wound up being out at second, safe at first. That said, great job on the toe tap by Rodriguez to try and turn the double play, and looks like whatever home plate umpire Tyler Hovick said to Joe Krusel, he's fine with.
Maybe more so, he was just checking on Cozart. That caught him. Of course, with a catcher, they have the mitt, but those fingers are exposed. That catcher's mitt. So 2 on and 2 out. And the first pitch is a strike to Dom Krupinski.
By the way, second time this week, Cozart's been called for a catcher's interference.
First time in a while, though, we've seen this. Of course, that goes down as an error, too. That's the second error of the ball game. Fastball there, a swing and a miss. He blows that sinking fastball by him at 96. One thing I was curious about the other day, if you reach on a catcher's interference, would it increase your streak? Because it goes down basically as a sac fly, walk, something like that, like an on-base streak. So I'm going to miss that time. Not going to matter as he strands those 2 on base. Something to ponder.
If he got on base without recording it out, it should.
It should. Swing and a miss by Krupinski as he struck out by Manassi in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. And 2 left on. We head to the 7th inning. It's still 1-0. Rocket City throwing a gem so far on the hill. This is Trash Pandas Baseball, the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner. Premier result. Visit afix.com.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
After the rehab appearance by Daniel Palencia, Smokies go back to the bullpen, and coming off the development list today is Yenry Rojas, who will be the new pitcher for the Knoxville Smokies. as Rojas will make his 20th appearance. Also made 9 starts this year. 2-6, an ERA of 7.71. He hasn't pitched since July the 12th. It's been a while since Rojas has been on the mound. He takes over. Let's see if the Trash Pandas can take advantage. Caleb Bartolero leads things off, takes a ball low and outside, and it's 1-0. He had the big RBI in the 4th, the only RBI this ball game. Brought in Jake Monroe with a single back in the 4th. How about Caleb Bartolero? He's got 30 RBIs now, as he shoots one out of play foul down this first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Said it last night. Very steady season. Gotten progressively better. And he's the type of guy I like to see with us at the beginning of next season, just to see what jump he takes during this offseason.
Playing with some confidence is Caleb. Here's a 1-1. Fouled that one straight back. That was a sinking fastball at 96. Rojas, who has a good fastball, can sometimes be a bit erratic. Again, his 2nd season with Knoxville this year. Been on the development list since July the 17th. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Slider bounced on the ground, foul down that third base line. 1-2. They've had a lot of roster adjustments the last few days. Of course, if you have an MLB rehabber, it does not count against your active roster. So guys like Edward Cabrera, Daniel Palencia, Shelby Miller, those guys don't count to your 28-man roster.
I admit I was thrown through a loop when Shelby came on yesterday.
You and me too. 1 ball and 2 strikes to pitch. Fastball high. I'm now on the roster move distribution list of one Connor Nelson over there of the Smokies.
You'd think that'd be kind of automatic, wouldn't you?
You would think so. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung out, popped him up on the first base side, now into shallow right field. Second baseman is there, making the catch is Madera. And there's the first out. 1 away now for Jacob Cozart. 4, 5, and 6 batters are batting here in the 7th inning for Rocket City.
I'll just use this as an example, and I won't say his name, but there's actually a couple of broadcasters in our league who serve as media relations folks who send us their game notes every single day, even though we're not playing them.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that happen than not be told anything.
Sure. I was always told better to over communicate than not communicate enough. 1 ball, no strikes. I'm sure most people just hit delete or send me straight to their spam folders every day if you're on my email list, but that's okay. 1-0 pitch on the way to Jacob. Swinging a ground ball, hard hit, but right to the second baseman. Madera's up with it, and he throws out Cozart for out number 2. A busy inning so far for him over there at second base. I haven't had a chance to even look at our promotions. This game's been moving fairly quickly so far, but got a great week of promotions coming up. It's the penultimate homestand of the season, as we'll have some great giveaways next week, including a Nelson Rada bobblehead on Thursday. That's August the 20th, a week from tonight. First pitch, a strike to Randy DeJesus. Nelson Rada bobblehead. The first 1,000 fans, 18 and older, get that Nelson Rada Gold Glove bobblehead. It commemorates his minor league Rawlings Gold Glove Award that he won in 2023, presented by Bill Penny Toyota. Really nice bobblehead, too. And he kind of looks like him. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. It's 1-2. And some great giveaways. You got that. You've got the couple of Sprocket bobbleheads. His Lunatic Coast themed, and also another Sprocket, a bike riding Sprocket bobblehead. Pitch is fouled back and out of play. It's 1-2. Series gets underway on Tuesday. One and 2 on DeJesus. Righty fires, pitch high all the way to the backstop that time. 2 balls and 2 strikes on DeJesus. You got to think about this guy. He gets promoted to Double-A. He played in 94 games for Tri-City at 244, 18 doubles, 19 home runs, 63 RBIs. And he's having a hard time finding playing time right now here. 2-2. Swinging the ball foul back over us and out of play.
I know that 244 average doesn't stand out, but then again, you think about Major League Baseball now, how many guys hit for high power numbers but low batting average? He fits right in. Of course, you got to do it at a higher level, but still.
You get in some tape measure shots. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He's tardy on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball that time. And Yenry Rojas retires the Trash Pandas in order. The Trash Pandas have been retired now, 10 straight retired by Smokies pitchers as we stretch here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Still 1-0 is your score as Rocket City leads it over Knoxville. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike three, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, as the sun fades away here in East Tennessee, we've got a baseball sky as some of the colors start to appear. As we make our way to the bottom of the seventh inning, Camden Manassi back to work. Starts up the inning with a high and tight fastball to Carter Trice, and he comes up empty on a swing.
Do you find it interesting he's still being used more in a setup role? Camden?
Yes and no. I think some of these guys are really interchangeable, too. Off-speed pitch looped down the first base right field line, going to go foul by about 10 feet.
I just figured with the promotion of Luke Murphy, yeah, I mean, we can already see what they're trying to do tonight. Manassi, I guess, Yovan for a 2-inning save, but then if you get into a one-run ball game tomorrow and you're ahead, who do you go to? I don't think Rocket City's been hit with that situation yet.
One guy that always intrigues me in this bullpen is Carlos Espinosa. 0-2 pitch. Popped him up into shallow center field. Matt McCroskey going out. So is Nick Rodriguez now coming on. Flint, it drops between Flint and Nick Rodriguez in shallow center field as neither could get to it. And that'll drop in for a bloop base hit for Carter Trice. Just really no man's land out there, and not sure how deep. I didn't notice how deep necessarily Flint was playing, but he was playing very deep.
And he got late start as well. Even though he's played out there before, he hasn't played out there as often as the corner spots, and it's that odd time of night, that dusk time, where it's hard to pick the ball up off the bat.
First pitch is a little bit high, ball one to Ariel Armas.
It's too
bad.
bad.
A hit today.
Too bad. That should have been an out.
Only positive thing from that play is they didn't collide. That could have been bad. 1-0 pitch is a strike to Armas. 1 for 2 so far today. He's 5 for 10 in the series so far. A double and 2 RBIs. Crouch is in the box on that right side. Waves the bat. Offering foul straight back and out of play. 1-2. Yeah, Trice at first base. He has 16 steals. I don't foresee them trying to run. Cozart's already got one victim so far in this ball game. Manassi kicks and delivers. Fastball up, a swing and a miss. He gets a chase again on that pitch. He started out Trice with that fastball up at 95 and picks up strikeout number 2. So 1 away. That'll bring in Alex Madera. I like that, going up the ladder with that pitch.
Yeah, especially when you've gone low the last couple of times. Climb the ladder, change the eye level. I'll throw any hitter off.
Left-handed batter Madera, first pitch to him, a swing and a miss. Changes it up that time with a cutter. 0-1. Throw that cutter to those left-handed batters coming in. Look how he's working inside. Both the righties and lefties. 0-1 pitch. Fastball away. That's something in baseball and pitchers in general have time gone away from.
It's because they don't have enough confidence in their stuff. You go in, someone turns on it, boom, it's gone. But when you don't do it, you're cutting off an entire half of the plate.
Next to Madera, swing and a miss. Threw another cutter that time. Foul tipped into the mid of the catcher, Cozart.
We talk about how a lot of pitchers, especially young guys, they struggle with their command. Well, if you're cutting off one entire side of the plate, it's going to make throwing strikes that much harder.
So we can get a ground ball or a strikeout right here. They play him to pull. Third baseman Monroe's well off that third base bag. Fastball there, a swing and a miss. Blows the fastball by him at 94. Back-to-back strikeouts and now 2 outs. A runner at first base, and here comes Carson Seamus, their ninth-place batter in the lineup.
You know what? I love what he did in that bat. Manassi could see very early on that Madera couldn't catch up to his fastball. Why go away from it? Threw him 2 more fastballs. He missed both of them. Boom, you got 2 out.
2 outs. Manassi delivers. Starts him out with a cutter. And just narrowly missed out the outside corner. That's a good pitch. Seamus today is 1 for 2. He has 2 hits in the series. A .230 batter, 4 home runs, and 29 RBIs. 1-0. Popped up back over us. Foul and out of play. 1-1. Knoxville wearing their Knox Vegas jerseys, black tops, black bottoms, which I think is ridiculous, but hey, you do you. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball up, a swing and a miss. Tell you what, that fastball up has been really, really good.
No, Chris, it's their funeral motif. The black on black.
Well,
it's very fashionable.
I hope we can bury them in the last 2 innings here.
Wow. Look at you talk smack.
Yeah. 1-2. Home of Glenn Jacobs, Kane. 1-2 pitch. Down and away for a ball, 2-2.
Who?
Glenn Jacobs.
Who's that?
He was Kane, you know, the wrestler Kane.
No, I watch good television.
No. The Undertaker's brother.
Like Candy Cane?
Kane. Fastball up. 3-2 the count on Seamus.
That's not how you spell Kane. You spell Kane with a C.
The Big Red Machine. They're doing a documentary bio pick on Glenn Jacobs. Of course, he was the mayor of Knoxville for 2 terms.
Explains a lot.
3-2 payoff pitch. Runner goes from first, and a liner's hit out towards left center field. This is trouble. That's going to get down. Flynn over to cut it off. Fires it in. They're going to hold the runner, thankfully, at third. And so runners at the corners, 2 outs. And Seamus is aboard for the second time today with a hit. And Flint, moving over towards the gap, was able to cut it off, or this would be a tie ball game.
Well, I don't know if he got all of it. Seamus, he actually got in on his hands a little bit, so he didn't strike it as solidly as he would have liked to, but still, you're right, able to range over to his right and get to the ball was Flint. And going first to third is Trice on the play, and Doug Henry going to go out there, go over the game plan here on Kepley, and see if, once again, Camden can pitch himself out of a jam.
Checking in on those Southern League scores as everybody was just getting underway last time we looked. Chattanooga's jumped out to a 5-0 lead over Montgomery. That game's in the top of the 3rd inning in Montgomery. Biloxi trailing Pensacola 2-1. They're in the bottom of the 3rd. Bottom two, no score in Birmingham, Columbus, and the Barons. But our attention is right here. Runners at the corners. And 2 outs. Trash Pandas leading it 1-0. And Camden Manasseh facing off against their leadoff hitter, Kane Kepley, who's 0 for 3. He's been quiet in this series. They give him a lot of the left-handed side of that infield as the first pitch is a ball. It's 1-0. Shortstop McCroskey playing almost directly behind the second base bag. Nick Rodriguez shifted over in the hole between first and second as the 1-0 pitch is delivered. And that pitch is inside for ball 2, 2-0.
And you got Ramirez waiting on deck. You don't want to mess with him in this situation.
Don't see any activity currently in the Rocket City bullpen. Camden kicks and delivers. And a fastball there is in there for a strike. Actually, that was the cutter. Fans don't like the call, but it was right there. Not a bad take, though, for Kepley. Runner at third base over there is Carter Trice. Led off with a bloop single that fell in between Flint and Nick Rodriguez in center. 2-1 pitch way high. It's 3-1. Only base that's open is second base. And you're playing with fire with Alex Ramirez on deck. He's 2 for 3 and has 5 hits in 12 at-bats in this series, including a couple of RBIs.
Let's see what he delivers here. Kepley's got to be waiting on something.
Here's the 3-1. And that pitch just misses inside, a cutter. And the bases are loaded. Only the second walk issued in the ball game by Rocket City pitching. But the bases are loaded for Alex Ramirez. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, what a moment, what an opportunity, what a matchup we have here with Manasseh facing off against Alex Ramirez.
He just nibbled too much in that last at-bat. I know he's very fast, but you got to come right after him, especially knowing who's on deck. Now, if you're Rocket City, you're in a little bit of trouble here.
Time called as they reset the pitch clock. It's reset. Ramirez singled in the third. He singled in the fifth, and they were not cheapies. Pitch to him. Cutter. First pitch is a ball just off the outside corner. Just barely missed off that outside edge.
At some point, you got to go after him.
You know, you respect Ramirez. Such a big moment. You see that first pitch. You want to jump on it, but he had the patience to lay off of it. Here's a 1-0 pitch on the way to him. Fastball came in, fouls it straight back. That caught a lot of the plate. And a good swing put on that pitch by Ramirez. That fastball, by the way, at 97 from Camden. He's up to now 37 pitches, which is pretty high for Manasseh. 1 ball and a 1 strike. He kicks and delivers. Fastball high, 2-1.
Everything is fastball or cutter. I wonder if at some point he tries something different. He's got that slider in his back pocket.
There is some movement in that Rocket City bullpen now.
It's a left-hander.
Ready, and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Right side in foul territory. Long run for Bartolero. Will they get to it? No. I believe it sailed out of play. We can't see down that
it landed
first base side.
It landed in the first row of seats.
So the base is loaded. Out to the mound goes Jacob Cozart. They want to talk about things.
Cozart, I'm assuming, sees something and wants to exploit it right here. I don't know what it is, but it's a pretty good conversation.
This will be his 40th pitch of the outing. This Smokies, or to say Smokies Stadium, this Covenant Health Park Stadium, trying to get behind their club here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom 7. Trash Pandas clinging to a 1-0 lead. Racing down the line at third for a moment there. Now a swing at a chopper. Down the third base line. Picked up with a bare hand by Manasseh. Fires the first out in time. And everybody is safe. Racing down the line was Trice to maybe throw off Manasseh. He stopped, and then a swinging bunt goes down as a RBI single to tie the game at 1. And Camden did everything he could in that situation. Picked it up with a bare hand. A good pick at first by Bartolero, but just not in time.
I don't know what Cozart told him, but it was the right thing. It was a very, very weak hack that time, but sometimes in this game, you just don't catch the breaks. He had the little bloop single that's just beyond McCroskey's reach, and then the swinging bunt by Ramirez. Suddenly we got a tie game.
And now Joe Cruz will going to make a pitching change here. So I believe that was Dylan Phillips who was warming up. We'll double check that, as he will be the new pitcher for Rocket City when we come back. So 1-1 game, bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom 7. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Dylan Phillips is the new pitcher for Rocket City as he takes over for Camden Manassi. Partial line for him, 1 2/3 innings. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 40 pitches. Now Phillips inherits the bases loaded with 2 outs. A tie ball game, 1-1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Miguel Useche is the batter. First pitch from the lefty is high, and that's ball 1. Phillips, 27 years old. This is his 3rd Rocket City appearance since he was promoted from Tri-City on August the 3rd. Down there, he was really good. 30 games, 3-1, a 3.47 ERA. 62 strikeouts in 46 2/3 innings as he steps off and looks the runners back. Fans don't like it, but didn't do anything illegal there. 1-0 on Useche, who today is 1 for 3. Has 3 hits in the series, including 2 doubles. One of the better hitters in this Cubs organization. The pitch. Fastball misses. Oh, got the call in the outside corner. Kind of a delayed call that time from Tyler Hovick. Phillips out of Omaha, Nebraska, played his college ball at Kansas State, a former 8th-round pick in 2022 by the Angels. Offering the next is fouled straight back. He's ahead now. It's 1-2 as that sinker comes in there at 89 miles an hour.
You got a good catcher behind the plate. Do you try and dirt one here? See if he tries to change the eye level as well. He's been middle up through the first 3 pitches to Useche.
Phillips has spent some time in AAA this year as well and did a nice job there. So he's got some experience. A 1-2 pitch, swinging a line shot deep down the right field line, slicing, and that is a fair ball. That's going to clear the bases. 1 run, 2 run, and now here comes the 3rd run scoring. That's Ramirez, and into second base with a 3-run double is Miguel Useche, and it's now 4-1 in favor of Knoxville.
Yeah, he went sinker again, and it stayed up that time, and you remember Useche took a pitch and then he fouled the next one off. That time he finally was able to level it out and he slapped it down the right field line. They went for broke right there. They stuck with the sinker and they stayed up on the play, and Useche came through in the clutch.
So Useche with 3 RBIs. He's now got 11 since he was promoted from single A. And this game's been busted wide open now. And again, it's in the 7th inning for Knoxville. First pitch is a ball to Andy Garriola. Yesterday, they scored 4 runs in the 7th inning. As they sent 8 to the plate today, they've scored 4 runs in the 7th inning and have sent 7 to the plate. Here's a pop-up into shallow left field. Matt McCroskey going out. He'll make the catch, but the damage is done. 4 runs score in the inning on 4 hits. No errors, and they'll leave 1. And Knoxville, it's hard to keep these guys down for long as they get on the scoreboard and score 4 to take a 4-1 lead. On we go to the top of the 8th inning. Some work to do for Rocket City if they want to stay in first place by themselves in the North Division. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Rocket City now trails at 4-1 after a 4-run bottom of the 7th inning for Knoxville. And to take you home on this Thursday, here's Josh Carey.
Okay, Chris, thank you. First pitch to Cole Fontanelle is a fastball called a strike. It's 0-1. Bottom third of the order, Fontanelle, Thompson, and McCroskey against Yenri Rojas, who tossed a 1-2-3 7th inning, striking out 1. He's the pitcher of record right now for Knoxville as they are up 3. Next pitch is swung, bounced softly to second. In is Madera. Underhand toss to first is in time. 4-3 on the putout. Fontanelle 0 for 3 with that rollout, a strikeout swinging, and a flyout to center. 1 up, 1 gone in the 8th inning for Jake Thompson. He's 0 for 2, a flyout to left, and a strikeout swinging. Closed the book on Camden Manassi. Inning and 2/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. He walked 1 and struck out 3. Right against left as Thompson will come to the plate. First pitch by Rojas. That one will miss just down and away. A changeup. It's 1-0. But check this out with Manassi. First off, he gave up a hit in the 6th inning plus a catcher's interference. That's not his fault. That was how 2 men reached in that frame as the changeup swung through and missed by Thompson. 1-1. In the 7th, struck out 2 men. He also gave up 3 singles and a walk. Now, 2 of the singles were cheap. The first one by Trice to lead off the inning. Pitch is swung, slapped into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. As over to cut the ball off is the left fielder Trice. Wide turn at first by Thompson, but he wisely puts the brakes on. Rocket City down by 3. He'll come through with a single. That's the 4th hit of the game for Rocket City and their first one since the 4th inning. In fact, the other 3 hits for Rocket City all came in that 1-run 4th inning. So 1 on with 1 out. Here's Mac McCroskey 0 for 2, a fly out to center and a strikeout swing. Anyway, the one by Trice, frankly, it should have been caught. It was a bad read off the bat by Tucker Flint. Mac McCroskey couldn't chase it down. That's just a bad break. Pitches down and away. 1-0. But he strikes out Armas, strikes out Madera. Things are rolling along. Seamus comes through with a solid single into left center. That one was legit. But here was the at-bat that really got me, and that was the 2-out walk to Kane Kepley. Right on right as McCroskey digs in. The 1-0 fastball that, oh boy. It was outside, but giving him a strike was home plate umpire Tyler Hovick. It will even out 1-1. And the reason why that one is such a big at-bat is twofold. Number one, there are 2 outs. You got a struggling hitter at the plate in Kepley. Only 1 of 11 for the series. Here's the 1-1. Fastball, there's another strike. That one did clip the bottom part of the zone and Mac down to the count 1-2. So you got a hitter who's 1 for 11 for the series at the plate, and you walk him on 5 pitches, and I just feel like Camden was nibbling a little too much during that at-bat. I wish he had gone after the zone more. Here's the 1-2, called strike 3, and Mac knew it. Sinker on the lower outside corner. He's rung up for the second time tonight. Strikeout number 2 by Rojas. Strikeout number 10 for Knoxville pitchers. And now a runner at first with 2 away for Nick Rodriguez, who's 0 for 3, 2 groundouts to short, and a strikeout swinging. Again, 4-1 Knoxville as we play the top of the 8th inning. Shaded up the middle, the shortstop Seamus, a lot of room on the left side. Next offering down and in, 1-0. Now, after the Kepley walk, bases are loaded, still 2 out, still a chance to get out of the inning unscathed, and then, of course, Ramirez, that swinging bunt up the third base line. There's not a whole lot you can do about that, but again, you didn't make Kepley compete. You just handed him a free pass on 5 pitches as the fastball is inside. It'll go to 2-0. That's one of those at-bats that's going to get lost in the shuffle of a 4-run inning, but that, to me, was the biggest downfall for Rocket City, was not going after him and setting the stage for Ramirez to come through, and then ultimately the bases-clearing double by Useche. Here's the 2-0. Fastball. That one missed low. So 3 balls and no strikes on Rodriguez, who I got to think will be taking here. Jake Monroe waits on deck, and if we see him, that means the tying run is at the plate. Leading away at first is Thompson. Rojas. Throw over to first, and back in with a head-first dive is Thompson. Fans, at AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. Find out more at afix.com. The 3-0, he is taking all the way as Rodriguez, and he takes a fastball for a strike, and it will run to 3-1. 1 run on 4 hits tonight for Rocket City. Meanwhile, for Knoxville, they've got 4 runs on 9 hits. The pitch is swung on, a little dribbler in front of the plate. Up is Useche. He turns, throws in the dirt. Great backhand pick by Armas at first, and the inning is over. They had a swinging bunt that led to a run. That time, the swinging bunt by Rodriguez, it deadened just enough in front of home plate for Useche to run out from behind the dish, pick it up with a bare hand, whirl toward his left, and fire to first. Ball was in the dirt, but Armas with a backhand pick, and Rocket City will come up empty in the 8th inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Bottom 8 on its way. 4-1 your score with Knoxville in the lead. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Now, Jimmy, you better not be eating that baseball again.
But, Dad, I yearn for the sweet taste of the sport. This is the best that I got.
Well, then, put down that ball and let's head over to the yard for something a little less rubber-y.
Don't eat your glove this season. Take advantage of our big zone deals and head on over to the Yard Milkshake Barn right outside of Toyota Field, where you'll find sweet treats like the Biscoff Cheesecake, Sweet Heat Mango, Shirley Temple Floats, and so many more. It's the Yard Milkshake Barn. Make this summer a home run hit.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Dylan Phillips will remain out there for the 8th inning, his first full inning of work as a lefty-on-lefty matchup against Dom Krupinski. And the first pitch is that called the ball? It's right down the middle. He called it a ball. It's 1-0. I don't know what Tyler Hovick saw. Krupinski 0 for 3, a strikeout swinging, a ground out to first, and a bounce out to short. In the next pitch, that's a strike. a slider, going to even out 1-1. So Phillips, he came in, allowed 3 inherited runners to score on a 3-run triple by Usashi, then got Garriola to pop to short. Here's the 1-1. Did he go around on the check swing? He did not, says William Paschal over at third. Going to go to 2-1 on Krupinski, who was the lone man not to bat last inning. He's 0 for 3. Off the line at third is Monroe. Guarding the line at first, Bartolero. 2-1. That one down and away. Threw him a sinker. 3 balls and a strike as Phillips. He's had a bit of a tough time with it as a Trash Panda. He's only appeared in several games. We'll get you his numbers here in just a moment. The kick and delivery. Strike 2 called. That time he went back to the slider. 3 balls and 2 strikes on a left-handed hitter. Now, Phillips, he's pitched here before and has had success in recent seasons. Hopefully he'll be able to turn things around. Just having a tough one tonight. 3-2. Swung on, hit foul at home plate. Another sinker inside. Going to remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Let's see. Phillips, 1-0, a 3.38 ERA. Only his 3rd appearance. But in 2 2/3 previous innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He's walked 2, struck out 4. Opponents hitting a solid 308 against him. And you can add another hit to his ledger. So let's see. For Phillips, that's now 5 hits. From the belt, 3-2. Down and away, ball 4. Now it's a slider. That's going to be walk number 1 by Phillips and walk number 3 by Rocket City Hurlers. 1 on with no one out for Carter Trice. Before he stands in, let's give our station a chance to identify itself. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2 WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
Trice 1 for 2, a walk, a single, a run scored, and a fly out to right. His single ignited that 4-run rally, and he takes the first pitch. Cutter for a strike high and away. It's 0-1. Again, his single wasn't hit hard. It was a flare into shallow center field, but Flint got a bad jump in straightaway center field during the dusk and couldn't chase it down. It fell in for a hit. Look over at first by Phillips. The 0-1, there's a strike. Another slider, and it will go to 0-2. Chattanooga all over Montgomery tonight, 8-zip. Meanwhile, Columbus out to a 2-0 lead on Birmingham. They're in the bottom of the 4th, so that's a little slice of good news for Rocket City as they're in danger of falling back into a first-place tie with the Smokies. Again, the goal is 3 this week, but boy, you felt this one was putty in your hands. A look over at first. Phillips with the 0-2. Swung on and hit foul off to the right. Remaining at 0-2, and I shouldn't really say that, a 1-0 ball game at the bottom of the 7th inning, but the way Sneed was going, and then they handed over to Manassi, who again didn't pitch that poorly. He just didn't get the results that he wanted. This is one that you feel like got away. But still 3 more outs to work with in the 9th inning. Phillips, they fire over to first. He was leading, and he just got back in to Krupinski. He was very delayed getting back into first base. Again, the left-hander is out there. He's looking right at that runner at first base. Trying to get a read was Krupinski, and he almost paid for it. Staying at no balls and 2 strikes. Wind not a factor on this humid evening. From the belt again, 0-2. Fastball, going to stay high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Nate Sneed making his homecoming. Went 5 scoreless tonight for Rocket City, yet he will be hit with a no decision. 1-2 on Trice. Shaded up the middle, the second baseman, Rodriguez. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3. Fed him a sinker, low in the zone, caught looking as Trice. That'll be strikeout number 1 for Phillips. Out number 1 in the 8th inning. Strikeout number 7 for Rocket City pitching, and 1 away for Ariel Armas, who is 1 of 3. A single and 2 strikeouts, 1 looking. Trash Panda fans, if you want to continue following the Angels' top prospects and tomorrow's stars wherever you go, then be sure to download the Valley Sports Live app. It's hands down the best way to watch minor league baseball. Get every game at your fingertips all season long, plus real-time enhanced stats and an interactive bingo game you can play right along with every pitch. Another throw to first, and the runner is back safely. You can watch from your phone or your TV, and the best part, it's completely free. Just head to the App Store and download Valley Sports Live today. Standing in, Armas. Left against right. And the fastball will miss low. Actually, that was a slider that time, 1-0. As we mentioned, Phillips Went to Kansas State. Again, he's been with Rocket City for a couple of years now. Came on strong late last season as he pitched in several games down the stretch during Rocket City's 45-92 season. Pitches cut through a miss. It goes to 1-1. It's a little different pitching in that situation than it is for a contender, and I'm sure Phillips is learning that here. The right-handed hitter stands back in. Dillon looks over at first, 1-1. Swung on, dribbled back to the mound. To the right of the mound is Phillips. He fields, throws to first. Nice play by Dillon. That's in time for out number 2 as Krupinski goes first to second. That was a swinging bunt to the right of the mound. Now, you got to remember, Phillips is a southpaw, so when he delivers, he's falling off to the third base side, not the first base. He has to retrace his steps. Then he needs to get to the ball, and as a left-handed hurler, as he moves to his left to get to the ball, he's got to wheel back around to his right to make a good, accurate throw. And he did all that and was able to get Armas 1-3. Armas runs well, too. Runner at second with 2 away for Alex Madera, who's 0 of 3. A 1-for-3 rollout, a ground out to second, and a strikeout swinging. Left on left, and the fastball is high. It's 1-0. Last year at Rocket City, Dillon went 0-1, but only a 2.84 ERA. He appeared in 10 games, 2 of them as a starter. Went 19 innings, walked 7, and struck out 20. A look back of second with a 1-0. Fastball, a strike. Going to even at 1-1. Coming up in the 9th inning for Rocket City, it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Monroe, Flint, and Bartolero. And we'll see who the Smokies counter with. I got to think Rojas is done for the evening. Even with the bag at third is Monroe. Phillips, 1-1. Fastball high and tight. He almost hit him. 2-1 on the left-handed hitter. Crowd is thinned out a little bit after Sneed left. They wanted to see their former Volunteer pitch. We're back to the action now. The 2-1. Down and away, 3-1. He missed with another slider. Waiting on deck is Carson Seamus. A little bit of room on the left side as McCroskey is shaded up the middle. Away at second is Krupinski. Dillon, high leg kick, 3-1. Swung on, rolled softly up the first base side. Phillips fields. He'll run to the bag. Not in time. Runner beats it. Other runner goes to third. He'll stop there. Phillips goes to the ground. Let's see if he's okay. He asked for time, and he'll receive it. That was a swinging bunt again up the first base line, right between the pitcher's mound and first base. Phillips ranged to his left. He was able to get to the ball. By that time, Bartolero had also committed to going to the ball, so there was no one covering first base. Phillips tried to take it himself. He raced to the bag, but Madera, who runs very well, was just able to beat him to the base for an infield single, and going second to third was Krupinski. And now time is called as Dylan Caldwell out there to have a word with his fellow Dylan and make sure he's all right. Phillips has walked over to the mound again. He's just talking things over with Caldwell. Joe Cruzel has also joined in on the conversation. That was a great effort by Phillips. But again, Madera just a half a step too quick. And they'll let him throw a couple of warm-up pitches here. Once we resume action, runners will be at the corners with 2 away for Carson Seamus. So Seamus will come to the plate. He's 2 of 3 with 2 singles, a run scored, and a foul out to first. Caldwell and Cruzel again talking it over with Phillips. Another little fluky hit over these last 2 innings. I would say the only legit single, the only legit base knocks, were the one by Seamus that kept the 7th inning alive. And then of course, the double by Usashi. That one was soundly hit. That one was a little dorky, a little swinging bunt up first base. And again, Madera used that great speed to leg it out. Phillips is going to stay in there. And Seamus will now come to the plate with runners at the corners and 2 away. Even with the bag at third, Monroe. This is a left-on-right matchup. Phillips looks at first, and his first pitch. Swung on and missed. That was a slider down and in. And it will go to 0-1. I couldn't tell if someone was throwing earlier for Knoxville. If they were, they have now sat down. There's no activity out there. No one for Rocket City either. The 0-1 from Dillon. Here it is. Down and away. Missed with the changeup. Count out 1 ball and 1 strike. Seamus, again, formerly of the Red Sox organization, made it to AAA Worcester, signed with the Cubbies this past offseason. He's been with AA Knoxville all season long. Here's the 1-1. Runner takes off from first. Ball slapped. Diving stop at third. Monroe gets up. Long throw to first. Not in time. And a run scores, and it's 5-1. Going first to second is Madero. A beautiful backhand stab by Monroe. He dove to his right, knocked it down with the backhand. The ball actually went in and out of his glove, up and around his rib cage. Still, he was able to get up, barehand the ball, threw it quickly to first base. But again, Seamus just runs too darn well, and he was able to leg it out. You talk about a game of inches. Tonight has been a perfect example of that. An inch either way for Rocket City. They may still be up 1-0 in this game. Be that as it may, Krupinski comes in from third, Madera first to second, and Seamus drives in his 30th run of the year. Here is Kepley, and he takes a first pitch strike. It's 0-1, and that is a earned run. So it's a 5-1 ball game, and if we do see a new pitcher, it will be a non-save situation. Playing up the middle is McCroskey. Phillips, high leg kick, the 0-1. There's another strike. That one was actually low, but they gave him the call. It's 0-2, but this is what I wanted to see from Manassi when Kepley came up in the 7th. Just go right after the guy. And if he beats you, he beats you. But that didn't happen. 0-2 as Phillips will look to end the inning. The set, the delivery. That one down and away. Another slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Phillips checks first again as Bartolero plays behind the runner. And the pitch is lobbed into shallow left field. That's going to get down for a hit. And that's going to score another run. And going first to third, moving into second, meanwhile, is going to be Kepley. Another blooper. Down the left field line that time. Thompson shaded more toward left center field. He couldn't catch up to the ball. It dunks in front of him. In from second is Madera. First to third is Seamus. I'll tell you what, I'll wait to see how they score Kepley's. That one, again, was not hit solidly, but it was just enough. And suddenly this has become a one-sided affair, and it's been anything but. It's been a real good, close game tonight. But Knoxville, again, has caught the brakes, and they have pulled away here late in the ball game as time is called. And Coe's out there to have a word with Phillips. Meanwhile, activity is starting up again for Rocket City, and I got to think that Phillips will at least face Ramirez here. They're going to give Kepley a double. And he'll drive in his 5th run of the year to make it 6-1. And now time is called. Here comes Joe Cruzel again. I guess he's going to make another move. We'll wait. As Phillips, tough one today. Yeah, a little bit of a bearer of bad luck, but also he gave up some pitches that he wish he could have back. Phillips done for the evening. New pitcher coming in for Rocket City. We'll tell you about it in a moment. Runners second and third, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning, 6-1. Knoxville on top. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bryce Osmond going to go back out there for Rocket City as he is going to be pitching on back-to-back nights. And for Phillips, we'll get you the line he has so far. Inning plus, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked one, struck out another. Runners are at second and third, and both of them are his responsibility. Osmond will come out here, face Alex Ramirez, who is already 3 of 4 tonight. 3 singles, a run scored, an RBI. He's also been thrown out trying to steal and has flied out to center. Like I said, Osmond pitched here last night. Pitched well. Scoreless inning. He did allow a hit, walked none, and struck out another. And he's just trying to get that final out and move us to the 9th inning. Right on right, the fastball misses high. It's 1-0. Let's see, for Osmond, 2-3, 8.40 ERA, 24th appearance, 8 to go along with 8 starts, 1 of 1 in saves, 54 2/3 innings, 63 hits, 52 runs, 51 earned. Right against right, the 1-0. Swung on, laced foul down the left side off the extended netting. Going to even out a ball and a strike. 15 home runs allowed, 3 hit batsmen, 26 walks, 55 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .276 against him. 4 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th for Knoxville, and they are up 6-1. Bryce back to the belt. The 1-1, here it is. Swung on and skied into center field. Drifting back as Flint, still going near the track, reaches up and makes the catch. That'll retire the side as Ramirez gave it a ride, but out. 2 more runs for the Smokies. Both are earned as they do it on 3 hits. No errors in the inning. 2 left in scoring position. We'll go to the 9th. 6-1 Knoxville. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the 9th inning, and with that, the Smokies will go back to their bullpen. This will be Tyler Ross, one of their closers, who will come out here in a non-save situation as it's 6-1. Knoxville leading it, and he'll face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Rocket City, Monroe, Flint, and Bartolero. In the 9th inning, closed the book on Yenry Rojas. He did a whale of a job. 2 shutout innings, 1 hit, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He is in line to win this game. Meanwhile, for Rocket City, final line on Dylan Phillips, inning plus, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 1 and struck out another. Meanwhile, Bryce Osmond faced 1 man and got him to fly out to center. All zeros for him. That's assuming the game ends here. So here's Monroe, 1 of 3, a single, a run scored, a rollout to short, and a strikeout looking. Right on right. And the first pitch to Jake is laced into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Over to get to it is Trice, and a turn at first by Monroe, but he'll stop there as Rocket City got a long way to go. Leadoff single by Monroe, and 1 on with no one out for Tucker Flint, who's 0 for 3. Strikeout swinging, fly out to left, and a ground out to first. Again, it was a 1-0 ball game. Rocket City in front, bottom of the 7th inning. 2 outs, bases loaded, and a swinging bunt by Alex Ramirez tied the game up the third base line for Knoxville. Fastball swung on, sent into deep center, but going back is Kepley. He's there, he's got it, as lining out to center is Flint, and back to first goes Monroe. One out in the ninth inning for Caleb Bartolero. He's 1 for 3. He's got the lone RBI for Rocket City, a line drive single into left. That was back in the fourth inning. He's also struck out swinging and popped to second. Then, of course, after that, it was the bases clearing double by Miguel Useshi against Dylan Phillips that broke this game open, and since then Knoxville has added 2 more. So a right on right. First pitch to Bartolero. That's line. Leaping catch by Madera. Runner back to first. Not in time, and that'll be out number 2. Bartolero drilled that ball, but going up the ladder was Madera as he plucked it out of the sky. A line out to second. Quickly 2 gone. Runner at first for Jacob Cozart. He's 1 for 3. A single, a strikeout swinging, and a ground out to second, and that's just kind of the night it's been for the Trash Pandas. So Cozart will be the last chance. Ross has had a very good season. He's been tough on Rocket City as well. This is a right-on-left matchup. And the first pitch. Fastball going to miss low. It's 1-0. Ross, 5-0, a 2.56 ERA. 33rd appearance, all in relief. 5 of 5 in saves. 57 innings, 45 hits, 18 runs, 16 earned. He's allowed 4 homers while hitting 5 and walking 21. Pitch is cut on and missed by Cozart. It's a ball and a strike. He has also struck out 58. Opponents are hitting .219 against him. Out of Middletown, New Jersey. Leading at first is Monroe as the first baseman Alvarez plays behind him. By the way, Edgar Alvarez into the game to play first base for Armas as the pitch is swung through and missed, a slider. It will go to 1-2 and Rocket City down to its final strike. Northrop Grumman postgame show to follow the action here. As off the line at third is Krupinski. Guarding the line at first is Alvarez. From the belt, the 1-2. Runner will move. The pitch is swung and lined at the first baseman, Alvarez, and that's your ball game. Slamming his bat down in frustration is Jacob Cozart. He was jammed on that pitch. He busted his bat, and then as Alvarez made the catch, he just slammed the bat down from the barrel head into the ground with the handle to finish off the job. But no, that ninth inning pretty much typifies it. 4 hard hit balls by Rocket City, only 1 falls for a hit. Rocket City in the ninth inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, or pardon me, 1 hit, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. In the ninth inning, Tyler Ross goes a scoreless inning, allows a single hit, no runs, walks none, strikes out no one. As Rocket City going to drop a frustrating game tonight by the final of 6-1. Again, they led it 1-0 with 2 outs in the 7th inning, but 4 in the 7th by Knoxville, and then 2 more by the Smokies in the 8th. Puts them over the top as they win it 6-1. The Trash Pandas and Smokies are back tied for first place in the Northern Division with 3 games remaining in this series. Knoxville also goes up 2-1 in this 6-game set by way of a 6-1 victory this evening. We'll go ahead, take a break, come back with the Northrop Grumman postgame show right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hass, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Another one is in the books. Now, let's head to postgame. Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
And hello, everyone. Welcome into the Northrop Grumman post-game show. Josh Carey with you, and back at Mission Command running the boards is Daniel Williams. And unfortunately, the news not so good. Rocket City loses this one 6-1, but believe me, this was not as lopsided of a game as the score would indicate. The Trash Pandas led at 1-0 in the bottom of the seventh, 2 outs, and the bases loaded. And unfortunately, this evening, the bullpen couldn't hold it. The bullpen has struggled this week for Rocket City, especially the last 2 ball games, and the Trash Panda bats were held in check tonight. We kind of thought they would with Brody McCullough on the hill, and yet Rocket City was still 7 outs away from picking up a crucial win. Now with the loss, Rocket City falls to 57-53 on the year, 22-20 in the second half. Meanwhile, Knoxville ups its mark to 60-51 on the season. They are now 22-20 for half number 2, and of course that means the 2 teams are tied atop the Northern Division with 4.5 weeks remaining in the regular season. Let's go ahead and take you through what happened in this ball game. As Rocket City, they were in charge for the first 6.5 innings and just couldn't hang on late. As you might imagine, it started as a pitcher's duel between Brody McCullough for Knoxville and Nate Snead for Rocket City. McCullough cruised through the first 3 innings. In fact, he retired the first 10 men he faced over 3 in the third frames. Meanwhile, for Nate Snead, making his homecoming, his collegiate homecoming, the former Tennessee Volunteer, he was solid through 5 frames, only gave up 5 hits, no runs. He walked 1, and he struck out 3. And most importantly, when he departed the game, Rocket City was ahead 1-0. He left only 3 men on base. The only time Knoxville really came close to scoring against Snead came in the second inning when they were able to put runners at the corners with 2 away, but a ground out by Alex Madera would end that threat. Meanwhile, for the Trash Pandas, they would get their lone run of the game and against McCullough in the 4th inning. With 1 out and no one on base, Jake Monroe would single. He would move to second on a pass ball, and then after a fly out to left by Tucker Flint, moved Monroe to third. It was Caleb Bartolero who came through in the clutch with an RBI single into left field, scoring Monroe from third, and that put Rocket City ahead 1-0. After that base knock, Jacob Cozart would also reach on a single. That would move Bartolero to second. Rocket City with a chance for a big inning, but Randy DeJesus rolled out to third to end the frame, and Rocket City was only up 1 as we went to the bottom of the 4th inning. Now, after Snead left after the 5th inning, Camden Manasseh, who's been very, very good for Rocket City this year, came on and pitched. Got into a little bit of trouble in the 6th inning, although it wasn't all his fault. With 1 out, he gave up a single to Alex Ramirez, and then a 5-4 fielder's choice off the bat of Miguel Useshi would put a runner at first base with 2 away as Ramirez was retired on the play. A catcher's interference call on Cozart would move Useshi to second, but then from there, Manasseh would strike out Dom Krupinski swinging to end that threat and keep it a 1-0 ball game. And even though he was able to pitch in and out of trouble, Manasseh looked good. You were hoping for more in the 7th. Unfortunately, nothing went right for Rocket City from this point forward. Carter Trice would lead off the 7th inning with a bloop single into center field, and really, quite candidly, it was a ball that should have been caught by Tucker Flint. He got a bad read off the bat. He was playing in deep center field. Hard time of night to pick up on the ball. He came charging in, couldn't quite get to it. Single by Trice, and that led off the 7th inning. But from there, Manasseh would strike out both Ariel Armas and Alex Madera. So 2 outs, runner at first. You feel pretty good about things before Carson Seamus would rope a single into center, and that would move Trice from first to third with 2 away. This, to me, was the biggest at-bat of the game, and it's going to get lost by everything that happened in that 7th inning. Kane Kepley comes to the plate. He's relatively new to the AA level. He's only 1 of 11 for the series. It's only his 6th game at the AA level, it should be noted. And for whatever reason, Manasseh just could not find the strike zone against him. He walked him on 5 pitches. If he beats you, he beats you, but that didn't happen. Instead, he was walked. That loaded the bases, and the ever-dangerous Alex Ramirez would come to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 away. And it was Manasseh who was able to get to a 2-strike count on Ramirez before a swinging bunt on the third base line allowed Ramirez to reach. It was Manasseh who came off the mound, tried to make a barehand field and throw to first, but able to beat the wrap over there was Ramirez. That allowed the runner from third, Trice, to score, and that knotted the ball game up at 1 apiece. Good news is it was still a tie game. You have a chance to get out of it. Manasseh was taken out of the contest in favor of Dylan Phillips as Joe Krusel decided to go with a left-on-left matchup, and Miguel Usashi would rip a double down the left field line. That would clear the bases. That was Seamus from third, Kepley from second, Ramirez around from first, and that pretty much ended the ball game as that made it a 4-1 count at that point. The Smokies would add 2 more runs in the 8th inning. Leadoff walk to Krupinski. The next 2 men were retired. Alex Madera came to the plate. He reached on an infield single to put runners at the corners and 2 away before Carson Seamus came through with an RBI single to play Krupinski. That would make it a 5-1 contest, and then a bloop double down the left field line by Kepley would wrap up the scoring as Madera came in and touched home plate and made the final 6-1. For Rocket City, by the way, after that run-scoring 5th inning, they only managed 2 base runners the rest of the way. They got a 1-out single by Jake Thompson in the 8th. That went nowhere. And then the leadoff single in the 9th by Jake Monroe. That also went nowhere. No one reached past first base late in the ballgame for Rocket City. And again, they lose this one 6-1. For Rocket City, 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors. They left 4. Knoxville, 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 8. Yinri Rojas will get the win in relief. He moves to 3-6 on the season. 2 shutout innings, 1 hit, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Again, he's 3-6. The loss to Camden Manasseh, bit of a tough luck loss. I thought Camden pitched well, but he had a lot of dinks and bloops that went against him. He falls to 3-3 on the year. Manasseh, inning and 2/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. No save. Time of game 2 hours and 18 minutes, and the attendance 4,434. As again, Knoxville defeats Rocket City by the final score of 6-1. There's a look at tonight's recap. We'll take one final break on the Northrop Grumman postgame show. Come back and wrap it up right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Josh Carey back here to wrap it up on the Northrop Grumman postgame show as, again, Rocket City falls to Knoxville tonight by the final of 6-1. And the mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. That's going to do it for us here this evening. We'll be back at it tomorrow, and we'll see if Rocket City can get the bats going again. They got the pitching tonight for the most part until late. But we'll see if the starting pitching can get back on track for Rocket City as well as the bats, and hopefully Rocket City can tie this series up at 2 games apiece. It'll be right-hander Kyle Robinson going to the bump tomorrow for Rocket City. Kyle, he had his ups and downs in his first outing as a Trash Panda. In fairness, there was a lot going on for him that week. He has bounced all over the place this season, but he's going to get the start tomorrow. 1-1, a 6.12 ERA. That's for the entire season, including his time with both the A's and the Pirates organizations. He will be opposed by right-hander Luis Martinez Gomez, who, if I recall correctly, he's been pretty tough on Rocket City, but he's had a very mediocre year. 0-3, a 5.40 ERA. Our airtime gets us underway. Our pregame gets us underway at 5:45. First pitch will be 6 o'clock as, again, the Trash Pandas take on the Smokies in Game 4 of 6 here at Covenant Health Park. Hopefully you can join us on Talk Radio WZZN and ESPN 97.7 The Zone for all the action. That'll do it for us tonight. I want to say thank you back at Mission Command for all the hard work tonight from Daniel Williams. And, of course, thank you to all of you for listening to Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Again, your final score this evening, it's the Smokies over the Trash Pandas by the final score of 6-1. For Chris Harris and for Daniel Williams and for everyone with the Rocket City Trash Pandas, this is Josh Carey saying so long, everybody. This has been Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Thank you for listening to Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Trash Panda Baseball has been brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.